Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my WWE NXT Takeover Chicago 2 live reactions. That's right, I'm here to give you guys my live reactions for NXT Takeover Chicago 2. I know you guys are thinking, why did I wait so long to do these live reactions? Well, there's a pretty good reason for that. The reason for that is because pretty much obviously, I kind of expected I was going to miss NXT Takeover Chicago 2. I didn't really think I was be waiting as long as I was. What I thought was going to happen was I was going to be able to watch the show last night, just later on at night. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. So pretty much what I'm going to do now is I'm going to watch NXT TakeOver Chicago 2, then Money in the Bank back to back. So I'm pretty much going to be up till probably 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, which is going to suck. But just because of how crazy my work schedule is, that's the only way I'll be able to watch both shows before the war tomorrow, and it's just going to suck. But whatever. Well, I'm going to get right into this video, though. Let's get right into it. Obviously, I'm not going to break down the matches because that's what the pre-show is going to be for. So I'm going to get right into this. And before I start, there is a WWE.com exclusive video called Ricochet's #NXT Road Trip to Takeover Chicago. So I want to watch that first, and then I'll watch the actual pre-show and show itself. I'm just going to turn the volume down at a respectable level so that way I won't get any copyright notices.
Hello, everybody. I actually just finished packing.
This is Ricochet on June 6, 2018. And yesterday, NXT TakeOver Chicago 2 took place on June 16th, 2018.
There's my bags. Bam, bam, bam. Just finished packing, and I'm excited. I've already called the Uber. He's on his way. And I'm about to head out for the extremely exciting, long, but awesome tour we have coming up. I believe I'll be gone for 2 weeks. We're going to hit the UK. We're going to hit Paris. We're going to my home state, Kentucky, Louisville, actually. We got Evansville. We got TakeOver Chicago coming up. A bunch of big events. This is going to be awesome. I'm super excited. So let's go, right?
Ooh, that looks like a good view from what he has. Now this is Lee Chester, I don't know how to say that, England, from on June 8th, 2018.
Yeah, it's first day of download. We got a couple days left until TakeOver. Jet lag's kicking my butt right now. It's been a while since I've traveled like this, really. It's all right. You just got to do it, you know what I mean?
I mean, this stuff definitely has a nice view. I see that it rained there.
And we're back here, and I'm joined by the one and only Ricochet. First of all, someone to do with TV, because it's really captured as a venture.
Whatever you basically want to say, anything you can do that I can do better, whether it's athletic ability or whatever. And we felt like it was a good thing for him to say anything you can do, I can do better, than me to do something insanely crazy and be like, you don't really see it very often with the drink. It would be like, take it back and shot. Oh,
and this is at an NXT live event at Download Festival on June 11th, 2018.
It's been a fun, amazing 3 days, but as you can hear, my voice is completely gone. I was screaming, not only screaming in the ring, but going to watch some of the bands and then like screaming after some of the lyrics. But I feel okay. I feel rough, but it's amazing, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, fatigue will set in, obviously, but you know, again, like all of us we train and we like protect our bodies, and we do the thing to try to make it as little as possible. But no, I'm not too worried.
And now this is at Birmingham Airport on June 11th, 2018. Oh my gosh, his voice is gone.
Next day, just had no voice. And then today I woke up, it's completely shot. It's pretty rock star. Rock star.
When you're ready.
First time in Paris as Rockets Joe.
And then we have an NXT live event in Paris on June 11th, 2018, which is crazy because I think he just worked a show in England on the same day. It's nuts. You can see him having some doing the meet and greet stuff. It just looks like he's happy to be there. He's taking a picture with NXT champion Aleister Black.
Oh, sitting down for that long hurts my knees.
Standing up too long hurts your lower back.
Standing up too long.
Life hurts.
I think it's probably me, right?
Ricochet next.
He's hurt. Hey.
He's about to have a match.
First time in France. First time.
Hey, Ricochet just seems like a cool dude. It's kind of funny because I've been watching like a lot of season 1 of Lucha Underground, and him as Prince Puma is a totally different person than his, Ricochet. And you can see he's having a match with the Velveteen Dream, who is wrestling at this show, NXT Takeover Chicago 2. Oh my gosh, what a standard front first super moonsault. Get a little live reaction to this. And oh my gosh, what a suicide dive he hit. You can kind of see why this was probably at a live event, because it looked like Ricochet messed up that suicide dive a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know like how this happens. It doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah, you think it would hurt at least a little bit.
Right, just to like nothing.
Oh my gosh. That looks like an insane
or where you just take
bump.
That was my bad. This was my good shoulder before. I got to even it out. Yeah, it should be good to go for Saturday, right?
Should be.
Should be.
Yes.
You're going to be good to go. You're just going to be smart on the way there. Yeah. So, organize everything. Organize stick on the way there. It is. Especially because in my whole career, I've only wrestled in Kentucky one time. So I thought it'd be cool to like kind of go home. And then family was coming to Evansville. Saturday is the Takeover's the big one, the one that's most important. So I'm not too, like obviously I'm upset I won't be able to perform for them, but again, it's all bigger picture. Thank you guys. What can you do?
So yeah, it's crazy to think he was fighting an injury going into that show. And now this is Antwerp, Belgium, June 13th, 2018.
Back to America. So Twitterverse blew up. So I tell everybody, calm down. Good. Caution. Calm. I don't realize I'm superhuman. So I heal quickly. I don't know. I'm ready. I'm ready for Takeover. As it approaches, I get more excited. I get more butterflies. I get just from feeling the crowd in New Orleans. It's like, don't you went more? And so as we get closer, I just keep getting excited. So Takeover should be awesome.
All right, now this is at Louisville Airport, June 13th. Now this is at an NXT live event, Louisville, June 14th, 2018. You can kind of see that he didn't wrestle that night.
Okay, so that's so true. If that's so true, I think that I need to do release my own personal video if you want to go to. Why don't you do something? I don't know. Why don't you go ahead and try to bring this is
Oh, is Velveteen Dream gonna do it? Oh. Ricochet playing mind games with Velveteen Dream right there. Ooh. I love it. There was nice mind games right there. That was awesome. Yeah, that's definitely. I kind of wish they had done that in NXT, but whatever.
Yeah,
Now this is in Chicago, Illinois, 4:43 a.m. on June 16th, 2018.
It feels okay. It feels actually so much better than it did. One thing to do is check with the docs when we get to the arena and get the green light. But I'm positive it'll happen. And Takeover, here we go.
Yeah, overall, I love that. I love that video like they did for Ricochet. I wish they would do a lot more of that on the main roster and stuff. I thought that was really good. All right, now let's get to the actual show itself. We're gonna start off. So yeah, I'll give the Ricochet Road to NXT video and up. Let's get to the actual show of NXT Takeover Chicago 2 itself. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with the pre-show. And I'm gonna read the guide first. Let me just turn up the volume because it's up down really low. I'm going to turn it down to 10, and if I think it can be louder, I'll put it louder. All right, but I'm going to read the guide first. It says, join an all-star panel of NXT experts as they discuss all the action and excitement coming up at NXT TakeOver Chicago. All right, let's get right into this. Now, as you can see, they're about to show the WWE Then Now Forever intro video, even though we know it wasn't always WWE. It was WWF first, which stood for Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and then it was WWF, which stood for World Wrestling Federation.
And now, WWE Network presents NXT TakeOver Chicago pre-show.
NXT Universe, we are here in Chi-Town, but there is nothing shy about tonight as NXT invades the All-State Arena. Every competitor here for their own bold reasons, whether it be to prove a point, prove their dominance, or to prove they are the best in their respective divisions and deserve to leave Chicago.
And then you can see, I'll just say it in a second.
Welcome to the NXT Takeover Chicago pre-show. I'm your host, Charlie Cruz. So I am so excited to be here in Chicago. It is always a good time. I'm even more excited to be joined by these two studs. I said it, studs. Here on the pre-show. First off, he is one half of the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show, the last professional broadcaster, Sam Roberts.
That's right, Charlie, and you know how excited I am to be here. I love Chicago. I love NXT, and Takeover is the show that keeps outdoing itself. I can't wait to see how they plan on outdoing themselves tonight.
It is the gift that keeps on giving. And over here from Barstool Sports, former NFL player, former All-Pro, Pat McAfee.
Hi, Charlie. Thank you so much for having me. Sam Roberts, the fro, the eyebrows, the maroon. You look fantastic, as always. But tonight is going to be a magical evening. I got a chance to be a part of the panel. It was an honor of mine down in New Orleans. Somehow I slipped through the cracks, got back, and tonight is going to be the greatest evening of sports entertainment. I cannot wait to kick this thing off.
You know what? It's already the greatest evening because of your outfit. We have to show this off. This is crazy.
Come on.
Bring it up.
This is the mullet of costumes.
All right, but yeah, we have the panel of Charlie Caruso, Sam Roberts, and Pat McAfee. Great panel. I like the fact you could have gotten this show for free as well as WWE in the Bank, which I'll be watching right after NXT Takeover Chicago 2.
Money in the Bank also free for new subscribers.
And the Money in the Bank starts with a special start time of 7 p.m. Eastern, and you're going to get to see it's become a tradition. 4 superstars from Raw, 4 superstars from SmackDown compete for an opportunity at the championship of their respective brand in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
But it doesn't stop there, Sam. For the second year in a row, we have a women's Money in the Bank ladder match. 4 women from Raw, 4 women from SmackDown will get in the ring with ladders in an attempt to go up to the top, grab the briefcase, and become the champion of their respective brands. I cannot wait to watch it. It's going to be a
Pat McAfee's just nailing it.
This one's going to blow your mind because for new subscribers,
and also new subscribers will also get WWE Extreme Rules for free.
Pittsburgh as well. The next time Raw and SmackDown come together as part of the WWE Network. Wow! Yeah.
Oh my goodness! You heard the guys. What are you waiting for? Not only do you get Extreme Rules next month, Money in the Bank tomorrow night, you get NXT Takeover tonight. All those 3 events free for new subscribers. So what are you waiting for? WWENetwork.com. Sign up and let's go on and start that free trial, everybody. And what a night it is going to be.
There you can see Lars Sullivan arrive into the arena.
Lars Sullivan arriving with nothing but confidence written all over his face. Momentum on his
Kind of looks weird in a suit.
because he knows.
Then we can see his opponent, the NXT champion, Aleister Black.
Against this man.
Ooh, I kind of like how they had him arrive. How they kind of had like a gate open for him. I get he was coming out of an elevator and stuff, but that looked really. They actually made him look really cool.
Given how things have recently unfolded in the past few weeks, we have all seen it happen. The NXT champion Black, he has been dominated.
But yeah, we know on this show we're going to have an NXT championship match. NXT champion Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan.
Everything that Black has got to stop and forward path of destruction.
This path has always led one way. Look at our opponent after opponent. Aleister Black, strongest weapon is power down. The Black Fist. I only need one shot to make my opponents fade to black. Oh, Black Man! He hit it! He hit it! I only need one shot to make my opponents fade to black. Oh, fantastic Black Man! I don't believe it! Oh! And there's the freak accident! Aleister, he never beats anyone like me! going to take everything that you've worked your entire life for.
Lars Sullivan got the one strike that I've used to knock all my opponents down, but he will feel the full force of the Black Mass and take over Chicago. Lars Sullivan and Aleister Black coming to close to the ring. Oh my God! Aleister Black is at the mercy of Lars Sullivan, and another great accident. Things do not bode well for the NXT Championship reign of Aleister Black 3 in a row. This is your reality in Chicago.
All right, well, we have already heard Aleister Black admit to the fact that he was
I'm pretty excited about that matchup.
Black Mass, and then we all saw what happened the following week on NXT. What kind of mindset does Aleister have to be?
We have 22 minutes and 52 seconds until NXT Takeover Chicago 2.
Hand.
Crazy.
The NXT universe has been talking about Lars not only with this whole build, but starting from last Takeover in that North American Championship ladder match. We all got to see what Lars Sullivan is really capable of. And I think Aleister Black might find out tonight that he's capable of even more.
In that ladder match, Lars Sullivan at one point during it, Sam, caught another grown man like he was a baby falling from the second story and he was a firefighter saving the day. And he's a mountain of a man. He looks like Shrek. All these things, Sam. But Aleister Black is undefeated mentally. I seen him put out a fire with his fingertips. I seen it happen. He put his fingers on a candle, put it out, just like the Men in Black thing. Burn his fingertips. He didn't even phase him. He's got nothing to worry about tonight. Aleister Black walks out of here the same way he just slowly rode down that elevator, and that's with the strap around his waist.
Is Finch a word?
Finch is a word.
Apparently it is a word now.
Well, what do you think that goes to talk about Aleister's threshold for pain, that he was able to put the candle out with his fingers? Because Lars Sullivan is very good at dealing out pain.
I saw him get all upset at the Performance Center, delivering a bevy of freak accidents to what seemed to be every single sports entertainer in there. But Aleister Black has a tattoo on his kneecap. Okay? He has a tattoo on his kneecap. Put the fire out of the candle. This guy just can't be shook. I'm all aboard the Aleister Black train and can't wait to watch him take down the man from far, far away.
So both of these men have something special on their side. Lars Sullivan, he's got momentum on his side, whereas Aleister Black
has the experience. Pat McAfee's been great on these panels. That's just awesome that he said that.
He said he was going to turn Aleister Black into toilet paper. Ooh. You know what people do with toilet paper, Charlie?
I've heard a few things.
I think that Aleister Black has a lot of work cut out for him, especially if he walks in with undefeated confidence, because he doesn't need to have that type of energy going into a match with Lars Sullivan.
I think we need to figure out whether it's single ply or not. I mean, there's a lot of different toilet paper, Sam. I don't think we can just judge it off of one particular thing.
Same result.
But Aleister Black, he's got the experience, and when you got a big brain, that normally wins in the end. That's why Fox pays $1 billion to a company for one show. Big brain beats momentum.
Pat McAfee just made it official right there.
All right, one-word predictions here.
That SmackDown's going to Fox.
Comes home champion again.
All right, well, we have split predictions here. We're going to find out what happens later on, but there's still so much more to come on the NXT TakeOver pre-show. EC3 is joining the panel to help break down all the action next. Feels so good.
There you go, Tom. It's your favorite thing. Good vibrations.
This match that we're witnessing is not about the WWE Championship. This is about who is the better man.
Come on, he is champion. Can you feel it? Can you see it? Here it comes. Here it comes. Take it down.
WWE Champion. Download now.
Right now, it's just advertising the theme song for Fozzy Painless. I meant to say this week, this proves that Chris Jericho and WWE doesn't really have heat with each other because they're still using his band theme song. They would have cut that crap out of his theme song.
Chicago for a night full of intense and heated action. We're counting down the minutes, guys. We are almost live on the WWE Network with NXT Takeover Chicago. And the NXT Women's Championship.
And then we still have the NXT Women's Championship match. NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler versus
both women very
um,
different types of competitors.
Nikki
but
Cross.
here's one thing
I'm going to say Dakota
and
Kai.
that they both have no fear of what can happen in the ring tonight.
Oh my God, we have a new NXT Women's Champion!
You know what meant more to me than getting my hand raised in that ring?
I'm just trying to imagine the women's division under the reign of Shayna Baszler.
It was walking back in the locker room and seeing the fear in everybody's eyes. Because fear means respect. You're going to get smacked in the face with a hard dose of reality. And I am that reality.
Shayna Baszler, decorated mixed martial artist, ranked top 10 in the world. She is dangerous, malicious, she's smart and calculated.
I did it because I want it, and I did it because I'm good, and I did it just because I can. I did it because it makes me feel so good, and I did it because I'm man.
People want to call it bullying. They can put whatever label they want on it. That's not what this is. This is reality. If you can't handle it, you get weeded out.
I was going to say, I did a live reactions to this already, but I forgot I didn't do a live reactions to NXT this week.
Starts here. You train to make your body do exactly what your mind says. So if your mind breaks, your body will break even easier.
The painful pattern unfolding with the Queen of Spades.
Nikki Cross, I'm singing it up!
You want to thrive on fear? What happens when there's no fear? There's only chaos.
And our fantasy world, she just won the titles. Shayna Baszler is the NXT Women's Champion.
I beat someone to win this. She hasn't done that, and she's not going to do that. You want to delete someone, Shayna?
Maybe Nikki Cross is getting the best of her mentally.
At Takeover, my chaos will bring me your championship. My championship. This is my championship. Oh, your championship. My championship. Oh, your championship. Are you serious? You seriously asking me if Nikki Cross has the possibility of taking my championship at NXT Takeover Chicago? I'm going to take the NXT Women's Championship. You know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. This is why I don't do these things.
Yeah, I like that video package. That was very good.
Shayna Baszler, she continues to terrorize the NXT Women's Division. Everybody's afraid of her except for Nikki Cross. And in fact, Nikki seems to kind of relish in her tormented ways, I would say.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler is one of my favorite people to watch on NXT TV. But this journey that Nikki Cross has been on, it's written all over Shayna Baszler's face. Mentally, she just talked about breaking somebody's mind before she breaks their body. She has not been able to break the mind of Nikki Cross. Maybe this means she's not going to be able to break her body.
It's hard to break the mind of something that's already broken.
All right, we have
intimidation
15 minutes and counting until NXT TakeOver Chicago 2.
Somebody snap tap or crap in New Orleans. We all heard it.
I don't think she said
That was it, right?
Tomato, tomato. She could do all three to both of us, for sure.
Sure.
But it's hard to win the intimidation and fear tactics and get the mental edge over somebody who's just a revolving door of emotions in between the ears. The Scottish Looney Tune, Nikki Cross, has no idea what she's doing. We have no idea what she's doing, and that's going to be impossible for Shayna to prepare for.
Well, that preparing is important, and strategy is important. I mean, you see the strategy that goes into everything Shayna Baszler does in an NXT ring.
I think Pat McAfee's a fan, but he just breaks everything down so strangely that I love it.
Strategize for a person like Nikki.
You can't strategize for a loose cannon. Shayna's the queen of spades. But it is very obvious that this Nikki Cross character is the Joker. It's a wild card. Nobody has a clue what she's going to do. And tonight should be absolutely epic. I cannot wait to watch it. Both of them, we need to make this clear, could beat the living hell out of Sam Roberts tonight.
But who do you think is going to win? What is your prediction?
I'm going with the crazy one.
Okay.
Nikki Cross.
And I got to say, I think Shayna Baszler is going to squeak it out. She's going to figure out how to break that Looney Tunes mind, as my broadcast colleague so
Scottish
eloquently
Looney
put it.
Tune. Have some respect for the Scots.
You're right.
Two very different competitors. You have Calculated versus Chaos. But another match tonight that we want to get to that is sure to steal the show. It is the high-flying and extremely athletic Ricochet.
And also we have on this show, we have Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream. This is a match I'm absolutely excited for. This is probably the match I'm looking forward to the second out of the whole Money in the Bank weekend.
And here, joining us now to help break down the NXT TakeOver action, ladies and gentlemen.
There's EC3.
Wow.
The place is losing its mind.
I love the Windy Apple, man. This is a great town. The bastion of banter is here. EC3. This has become the top 1%.
Speaking of banter, and they're all talking about you.
I love it.
I'm getting on
The
this.
conversation,
Literal human money putting machine.
the conversation that's been going on with a lot of the NXT universe is that this Velveteen Dream Ricochet match is a match about establishing who's the next person that's going to have a big championship opportunity in NXT, which means with a match between those two, you're not in the match, you're not in the conversation.
Sam.
Wow, Sam,
Nice.
that is why I brought Pat's EC3 shirt and not
Thank you. Thank you.
I wear a
That's
t-shirt.
because you're stupid,
When they're
Sam.
available on WWEshop.com. But I understand that Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream is going to be a match with huge implications. It's a star-studded affair. It's going to be out of control. And yes, the winner will dictate perhaps the future of this business, but EC3, the top 1%, he can dictate his future merely by sitting here with a microphone. He can just dictate the future by willing this crowd to chant as we rebrand this company from NXT into NX3. So I do not necessarily need to be in that match to say where I'm going and what I'm going to do. I just need to be here.
Mr. 3, I would like to let you know, thank you for this merch. I'll wear it proudly all the time. Others should buy it as well. Sam and I were talking in the shower earlier. He said that he's happy.
Not info.
Yeah, we did. It's 2018, Sam. Be proud.
Save water.
Yeah, but exactly. You're 100% right. Water problem in Chicago, from what I've heard, by the way. But Sam was saying he's happy you're not in this. And I said, what are you talking about? EC3 has two things for sure. Number one, he has the number 2 tan in all of NXT for sure.
Who's number 1?
Drake the ref. His tan is impeccable. You have to agree. But your tan is amazing. And you're going to do special things anytime you get in a ring.
You're supposed to be unbiased. You got bought by a t-shirt.
And you're 100% right.
Pat, what did you say?
Rivalry's a
What
thing.
have I
It's
done?
alive and well.
What have I done since I've been here? What have I accomplished? What have I had? It's victory
After victory.
after victory
After victory.
after victory.
Stupid Sam. Did you hear that?
Why are you putting me down so he likes you better?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the case. He's an incredible. Look at him. He's a beast. He's got arms the size of your head,
I'm a
Sam.
$1 million man with $1 billion body and $1 trillion talent. And I'm so happy to be here. But I promise you this, I will not be done here tonight.
You're supposed to be able to ask the
Absolutely will
questions.
not be. Well, guys, we have
Foreshadow.
so much going on here on the panel, but Mike
Foreshadow.
Rome, our newest broadcast colleague, Sarah Schreiber, they're out with the NXT Universe getting the buckets.
We are right here in the middle of the NXT University All-State Arena, and you can tell they are ready. Chicago is ready tonight. Look, there's a lot of history here in Chicago. Just a little over a year ago, we saw the end of DIY and the beginning of Tommaso
Little under 10
Ciampa
minutes
and
until
Johnny
NXT
Gargano.
TakeOver Chicago 2.
In an epic Chicago street fights.
Yes, speaking of epic, we have 3 title matches tonight. 3 titles matches. We have the NXT Tag Team Championship, the NXT Women's Championship, and the NXT Championship tonight here in Chicago. But how about that anything you could do, I can do better matchup between Ricochet and Velveteen Dream? Who do you think's going to win?
Here's what I want to know. You can hear them now. Who do you guys think is going to win tonight? Ricochet or Velveteen Dream? They're torn right now. You know what? I can't wait to see how they'll fall tonight on NXT Takeover.
NXT Takeover Chicago is presented by WWE Champions, the mobile game. Download WWE Champions now and enter code STRONGSTYLE to get a free Shinsuke Nakamura character. Hello, everybody. We want to welcome you on back to the NXT Takeover Chicago pre-show. I'm your host, Charlie Crusoe.
Nothing to talk
Joined
about.
by two very lovely men to my left. We have Sam Roberts and Pat McAfee. They're all here for the action, but the only place that you can catch the action is going to be on the WWE Network. So head on over.
Right now, they're just advertising the WWE Network again.
And guess what? NXT Takeover tonight, it is free for all new subscribers. It's going to be so much going on. You do not want to miss a second of it. There are championships on the line, and that includes the NXT Tag Team Championships. It's the Undisputed Era's Raw.
We also have the NXT Tag Team Championship match. NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Orny Lorcan and Danny Burch.
You know, we saw Roderick Strong at the last NXT Takeover. He totally turned on his partner Pete Dunne. Now he's a part of Undisputed Era. What can we expect from Undisputed Era and Roderick Strong tonight?
Roderick Strong has great abs, but he ain't loyal for nothing. And if you think about what happened down in the Bayou down there, Undisputed Era really weaseled their way into the Tag Team Championship. A carcass, an absolute carcass got pulled over.
Oh, what the?
Space himself, Pat
Oh,
McAfee. How you doing, buddy?
we get it. The conversation. Look at the conversation. Adam Cole, Pat McAfee.
I'm actually surprised that you're here right now, considering the only thing worse than your pro football career is the job you do on this panel. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah, I was the greatest in the world at kicking balls. There's only one way to go, and that's down. But I got a big brain. That's why they brought me back. I'm the greatest.
Speaking of greatest in the world, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, the NXT Tag Team Champions, are going up against the blue collar, the hard-working, the pretty good Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. As far as I'm concerned, this match should not even be happening tonight.
Well, it's funny you say hardworking, Mr. Cole, because I see you're taking the night off. As a resident of North America, I would expect my champion to be working in a big event like this in Chicago.
Taking the night off.
Yeah.
Pat, do you see what's over my shoulder right now? I'm the NXT North American champion. I'm not just the best in NXT, not just the best in WWE. I'm the best on the freaking planet. You know it, and everybody in the world knows it.
Oh, I see. I just beg to differ. I think the working
You beg to differ.
champions...
Well, guess what? Shut up, Pat. I do what I want when I want. And as a matter of fact, opening NXT TakeOver tonight is the NXT Tag Team Championship matchup. So I'm going to go help my boys get ready. And Pat, nice George, dork.
Oh, wow. All I got to say is I'm happy I'm on this side of the desk. Pat, you were ruffling all the feathers tonight. Guys, we got to talk about all the action going down tonight.
But yeah, getting back to the match card, we have Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream.
Both of them looking to capture a win.
It's going to be probably could be the best match on the show.
And as tense as things just got on this panel, it gets even more tense.
Then we have the NXT Women's Championship match. NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross.
Looney Tunes, right. And also this evening, the NXT Championship.
Then we have the NXT Championship match. NXT Champion Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan.
The Shrek-looking character for a battle of the ages.
And the bad blood continues to boil between former best friends Johnny Gargano.
Then we have the Chicago Street Fight, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Then obviously with the NXT Tag Team Championship match, NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Orny Lorcan and Danny Burch. Now we're getting the video package of this match. And I do a live reactions this week, so that, yeah.
If Johnny Wrestling loses, Johnny Wrestling is gone for good. Finally, have my moment.
Who do you hate more than a prick who stabs you in the back?
With the bell, this unsanctioned match begins. You're selfish. He is one of the most dangerous superstars.
I'm scared for Johnny Gargano right now.
This is my moment. Gargano going to the fight of his life here against Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa has taken over.
How is Gargano staying alive in this match?
Gargano has the clutch in his possession.
Will he stop?
Why is he stopping? Oh, FTF with the great stairs, one tap.
Johnny Gargano back.
And Johnny Gargano now will get to celebrate with his Tommaso Ciampa. That is all now behind them.
Takeover New Orleans. I remembered exactly who Johnny Wrestling is. And I was ready to move forward.
For too long, I was defined by 2 words. Tommaso Ciampa.
My dream since day one is to be the NXT champion.
Aleister Black, I am challenging you.
And I knew once I beat you, I could do it. I was leaving Full Sail as the new NXT champion.
Oh my God! What the hell? Tommaso Ciampa totally attacking Johnny Gargano!
Maybe in your fairy tale world, you actually believe I wasn't coming back.
Oh my God!
Tommaso Ciampa had different plans.
Someone needs to stop this!
Just like in Chicago.
Johnny Wrestling is gone. I win.
While my husband's future may be uncertain, you will know that Johnny Gargano was better than you.
But you know that boy you call a husband isn't half the man that I am.
You made me. You put her in harm's way. You live with that. This thing was personal since day one. But you brought Candace into this?
A street fight? Done with this. Done.
This is a signed contract for Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa 2 in a street fight.
Takeover Chicago, going back to where this thing first started. We're not confined by that wrestling ring, Johnny Wrestling. I'm not coming to Chicago to wrestle. I'm coming to beat the hell out of you.
Johnny Gargano may have won the battle, but I will always win the war.
Tell mom, tell dad, tell wife, tell them all to stay home. Things are going to get ugly. Last time we were in Chicago, I left in an ambulance. And I'm going to make sure you leave the same exact way.
I mean, it gives you chills being in this building where this whole thing began. And we heard Ciampa say, this is not a battle, it's a war. So when does it end?
Awesome.
Is it tonight?
I don't know if this will ever end. I mean, it has to be personal. When I say that these two beat each other worse than anything I've seen in NXT at our last TakeOver special, I do not speak in hyperbole. It has to be personal, just the fact that these two guys want to do this again. And now we've got families involved. Johnny's wife doesn't want him doing this.
Mrs. Wrestling beefing with Mr. Wrestling. Tommy Sports Entertainment has really torn a family apart. 2 jaded friends in New Orleans. They absolutely beat the hell out of each other tonight. Chicago Street Fight. I cannot believe it's free for new subscribers. They're giving the company away, and this match will be absurd. I cannot wait to see how bad they demolish and pummel each other.
Who's going to win? One word.
Ciampa. Mr. Wrestling.
All right, it could go either way. Everybody get on over to WWE.
Let's get right into NXT Takeover Chicago 2. Watching that pre-show definitely made me excited to watch this show. Let's get right into it. All right, now let's get right into NXT Takeover Chicago 2. All right, I'll read the guide real quick. The superstars of the future look to invade the Windy City once again with NXT Takeover Chicago. All right, let's get right into the show. Not going to mention the WWE intro thing because I mentioned it earlier.
Pain, noun, physical or mental suffering and distress. Pain does not discriminate, coming for the weak and strong alike.
The biggest threat that Aleister Black has ever encountered, Lars Sullivan. Oh, Sullivan catches Black Mass!
I don't believe it! I am going to take everything that you've worked your entire life for. No one's fading to black, but you, Aleister.
Pain is the weapon of choice for the vile and oppressive.
Oh my God! The merciless women's champion! The painful pattern unfolding.
And the signature home of the unhinged and deranged.
Make it close and sing it up!
Jenna! I'm going to take the NXT Women's Championship.
Pain is ever pervasive, at the root of all conflict and discord. But ultimately, pain leaves you with a choice. You can either feel it,
What a valiant effort from DIY.
or you can inflict it. And once pain has been unleashed, there is no controlling the path of destruction it will leave in its wake.
But I'm defined by that wrestling thing, Johnny Wrestling. I'm not coming to Chicago to wrestle. I'm coming to beat the hell out of you.
Tonight, pain takes over the hearts and souls of NXT. Tonight, pain takes over Chicago.
And now, WWE Champions, the Mobile Game, present NXT Takeover Chicago.
We are live in the Windy City, where 3 championships will be defended, and the next chapter will be written in the bitter, storied conflict between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Welcome to NXT Takeover Chicago. I'm Nigel McGuinness.
Oh, wait, we have the commentary team of Percy Watson, Nigel McGuinness, and Vic Joseph. Vic Joseph obviously taking Morinalo's place because Morinalo's covering the twin boxing match, whatever it's called. Which, you know, it does kind of suck because I think Morinalo being there would have really made the show a little bit better. But I think Vic Joseph's still a good commentator, but I wish Morinalo was there.
Our Spanish commentating announce team of Carlos Guerrera and Marcelo Rodriguez.
Ooh, I don't think they've had a Spanish commentary team on NXT before.
Y veremos seguro una de las luchas callejeras más cruentas en toda la historia de esta industria aquí en vivo por NXT Takeover Chicago 2.
All right, now we have the opening match. It's going to be the NXT Tag Team Championship match. NXT Tag Team Champions Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly versus Ronnie Lorcan and Danny Burch. If I had to pick a winner, I'm going to pick, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly to retain the championships. Really no reason for the Undisputed Era members to lose the championships yet. I think it's best for them to retain the championships. If Lorcan and Burch won, I wouldn't complain, but I think this is just another tag team for them to beat. I think they're going to keep. I think they are going to keep the championships until Brooklyn 4.
Starting things off with the NXT Championship match, and guys, some of the NXT universe would say that Undisputed Era initially didn't take their opponent's fight seriously, but after Owen Lorcan and Danny Burch earned some victories over the Undisputed Era, they pushed them to their limits. Now are we going to see the tag titles switch hands tonight?
Well, that's a huge question, and one that I'm not able to answer at this point of the game. I did talk to Roderick Strong earlier.
Obviously, let's go over the successes that Undisputed Era has right now. Originally the group just started off with they debuted at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, where it was just Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish first, where they ended up attacking the Authors of Pain and Sanity after the matchups. And then at NXT, then later on the night, they got But Adam Cole debuted the Attack NXT champion at the time, Drew McIntyre, and then they started laying out the lights of, Wolfgate and then Pete Dunne, and then the Fish and O'Reilly beat Mustache Mountain in a tag team match, and then in Adam Cole's first match, he defeated Eric Young. And then, they tried to get Roderick Strong to join the first time, but Roderick Strong refused. It led to the War Games match between Sanity, Authors of Pain, and Roderick Strong, and Undisputed Era, where Undisputed Era were victorious when Adam Cole pinned Eric Young. And then Undisputed Era then went on to win shortly afterwards. Fish and O'Reilly beat Eric Young and Alexander Wolf for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And then Fish and O'Reilly retained the championships against Authors of Pain at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. And then Adam Cole later on the night lost a Extreme Rules match to Aleister Black. And as we can see, Roderick Strong and Oney Lorcan actually starting off the matchup.
Don't necessarily say toying with Oney Lorcan.
Yeah, and then Undisputed Era went on to,
talk about Roderick
then Undisputed Era went on to NXT TakeOver New Orleans recently. Adam Cole won the ladder match. Ooh, nice uppercut by Lorcan.
Will that play out as a tag is made? Danny Burch enters the fray, and
Adam Cole won the inaugural North American Championship, defeating Velveteen Dream, EC3, Killian Dane, and Ricochet. And then later on in the night, Undisputed Era won the NXT Tag Team, retained the NXT Tag Team Championships when Roderick Strong turned heel on his partner Pete Dunne, and they defeated Dunne and AOP, winning the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic trophy as well as the NXT Tag Team titles, and that's pretty much where we've seen Undisputed Era now go to. Nice boot by Kyle O'Reilly.
Trying to answer back and nice takedown. And Burch.
Beautiful, seamless European uppercut, followed with a forearm and a quick tag. That's what these guys have to do. Quick tag in and out.
Cut the ring in half.
Nice double team moves.
We talk about his tag team partner, Roderick Strong. He's gonna
nice double suplex on Strong right on O'Reilly by Lorcan and Burch. Obviously this feud started off. Adam Cole had a title defense against Danny Burch for the North American Championship, where Danny Burch was unsuccessful. Undisputed Era originally laid out Lorcan and Burch. And then a few weeks later in NXT, they teamed up with Pete Dunne to defeat Undisputed Era when Danny Burch pinned, I believe it was Kyle O'Reilly, to the Gotham, the NXT Tag Team Championship match. And then recently in NXT, Roderick Strong knocked off Danny Burch in a matchup. And then on this past episode of NXT, after Pete Dunne successfully retained the United Kingdom Championship against Kyle O'Reilly, Lorcan, Burch, and Strong and O'Reilly all got into a fight to end off the show.
Attacking right on top of Oney Lorcan. And Lorcan now.
Nice chop.
Lorcan likes to fight. He likes to strike.
Oney Lorcan, I remember him in Top Rope Promotions, his fifth music. He was the Top Rope Promotions Interstate Champion, and then shortly afterwards, he went on to become the Top Rope Promotions World Champion by defeating
Danny Burch back into the
matchup. Nice double team move. And an uppercut. So I'm a little happy that Oney had a nice insecurity by Burch.
This is a great pace.
So I'm a little happy to see Oney Lorcan, just because I've seen him in Top Rope Promotions gain some success in NXT.
Would the pressure with the light be too big for Burch and Oney Lorcan?
Well, it doesn't look like it thus far, does it?
I don't think to the outside. Roderick Strong picking up under the stretch.
I missed what happened because I was turning my AC down. But yeah, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch started off becoming a team.
Roderick
Let me see it again. Oh, I see. I kind of like that. I've never seen a tag team thing go down like that.
Roderick Strong now. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly.
When we're looking at Danny Burch started off their tag team together. They originally started having one-on-one matches with each other where they both exchange victories over each other. And then I think it just kind of turned into this respect factor where they both just felt like they could be better as a tag team. You saw them training together at the Performance Center. And then it just kind of led to them being a team, you know, and then eventually they just scored a victory.
Strong right on top of Burch. And you look at Roderick Strong, you talk about a superstar who has really switched his mindset. Strong saying he joined Undisputed Era at Takeover New Orleans. He did for himself, and now because he was selfish, he finally can call himself a champion here in NXT. I think it's a fair point.
Oh, nice backbreaker by Swan. You know, Roderick Swan, since he's come to NXT, he's accomplished a lot for himself as well. Originally came in as part of the original Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, teaming up with Austin Aries, where they ended up first defeating Heavy Machinery, and then they were supposed to face TM61 in the quarterfinals. Ooh, nice double team combinations right there.
Considering that tandem offense, O'Reilly continued to focus on that left shoulder punch for a moment.
Trying to come back.
A nice takedown by O'Reilly. Right back to the midsection.
Oh my gosh, look at those shots right in the midsection. But anyhow, yeah. Roderick Strong and Austin Aries were supposed to face TM61 in the quarterfinals, but then what ended up happening was because of Austin Aries' injury, they led to a one-on-one match between Shane Thorne and Roderick Strong, where Shane Thorne knocked off Roderick Strong, eliminating them from the tournament. And then Roderick Strong went on to, become part of that Fatal 4-Way elimination match to become the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. That also included Ty Dillinger, Robert Bob, Bobby Roode, totally awesome, Mark Roode, and then Andrade Cien Almas. Roderick Strong was able to eliminate Andrade Cien Almas. Nice drop kick by Strong. And then this led to the feud between Strong and Almas, where Roderick Strong beat him at NXT Takeover San Antonio, and then in NXT, and then he got into the feud with Sanity, with Ty Dillinger, No Way Jose, and the NXT Takeover Orlando. Sanity defeated Roderick Strong, Ruby Wyatt, No Way Jose, and no Way Jose, Ruby Wyatt, and Ty Dillinger, and Cassius Ohno. And then Roderick Strong then became a part of the NXT Championship title contention. They started kind of showing stuff about it. Ooh, nice backdrop.
He's got to find his way over the corner to tag Oney Lorcan as Kyle O'Reilly tags.
Oh, that cheap shot by Kyle O'Reilly.
Strong saving it for his team there.
Ooh. What happened? Nice headbutt by Burch. It happened so fast, I kind of completely missed it.
O'Reilly down to both knees, though.
Oney Lorcan can't wait to get in. The Burch can just get to that corner and make that tag.
Critical moment in the match.
Riley reaching.
And Oney Lorcan's got the hot tag on Roderick Strong.
Frustration. Waiting patiently.
Oh, nice chop. Oh, nice clothesline by Lorcan. And an uppercut. Oh.
Ordering Oney Lorcan, pulling out all the stops.
Oh, nice drop kick by Oney Lorcan. He's got a good hot tag combination right there. Oh. Almost a rolling senton on the outside.
And the only way to win the championship is by pinfall and submission for Oney Lorcan. Can Lorcan.
Oh, half and half suplex. One and uppercut. Got him right here. No, he doesn't. I didn't really think he had him. Sometimes I just say that because I'm in the stuck in the moment.
As we take a look at Oney Lorcan going to take out Undisputed Era.
from a different angle. Oh, the pace.
Oh.
Is this the pace the challenger
When you look in,
Absolutely, I said at the beginning of the
uppercut, no, like a hip attack. And again. Oh. Oh. Swan. No. Double blockbuster by Lorcan. That was pretty cool. Here comes. We may have the finish right here. Oh. That was like a double team DDT. 2. Oh, and O'Reilly broke it up. It's been a pretty good match.
Looking around and trying to lift up Roger Strong. Working to the top.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Did you see the way he fell on the apron?
Trying to take you. Roger Strong. Right hand landed.
Oh my gosh! That was a really rough landing by Lorcan on the apron.
Trying to chop down Danny Burch.
Oh.
Strikes Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, headbutt to the ribs.
He's the only one standing for his team.
Oh.
O'Reilly.
Oh, nice suplex. Come on, this ain't it right here. Come on. Oh, going for an armbar. Going for a cross arm breaker.
Using that monkey grip to prevent the full extension on the arm breaker.
Oh.
O'Reilly trying to break the grip of Danny Burch. O'Reilly swinging away. Burch fighting for everything he's got left. Oh, he's got
Oh. Oh my! I've never seen something. Oh, he might tap out right here. He might tap out. Oh, he's on the ropes.
What incredible fortitude from Danny Burch. He knows what's on the line. He knows the opportunity. He will not let it go. The biggest opportunity in Danny Burch's career, but just a reminder, what happened to Owen Lorcan?
Boom.
Lorcan attempted to take things to a different level.
Oh, high knee by Swan. Oh, a nice face buster. Oh, and a running knee. Is this it? Is this it? No, it's not. I'm getting so lost. Gotta get back to the career history of Roderick Strong. You know, as I was mentioning before, then Roderick Strong went on to feud with Sanity. He defeated Eric Young at NXT Takeover Chicago last year. And then he got himself an NXT championship match. Oh, going for high and low. Oh, a nice headbutt. Oh. Oh, blockbusters on the floor.
Working to the top rope.
Oh.
Lifting up O'Reilly. Oh, boy.
Oh. Almost like a doomsday hard uppercut device. Oh, come on. He had that. Come on, Adam Cole. Come on.
Just saved the tag team championship.
Oh, Adam Cole has been ejected. See you later. You did something, Adam Cole. Come on, you know what you did.
Save the match for the Undisputed Era. This is not over.
It ain't over yet.
Back into the ring, we are even.
Everyone's shitting bullshit at it.
Does this make the advantage in favor of Burch and Lorcan?
Oh, going for that DDT. There's Roderick Strong. Oh my gosh. Bring the announcer's table and coach. Oh, guillotine. Guillotine choke. Oh, into a suplex. overhead almost like an overhead suplex right there.
Who knows when this opportunity will come back around for this tag team.
Lorcan now must tend to himself.
Strong little man. I don't think Lorcan knows it. Oh.
Now he does.
Oh.
Oh, went for an Olympic slam.
Oh. Chopping the leg is owning. The lefty taken out.
Oh, oh, powerbomb. This is it right here. No, it's not. Oh, half grab, half grab, half grab. Half grab. Oh, and a big kick to the head. Oh my gosh, he didn't let go. He won't release the hold. Oh my gosh, we might have two crossface. We might have new champions. We might have new champions. We might have new champions. Oh my gosh. Kyle O'Reilly kicked Lorcan away from him. Oh my gosh, this is a really good tag team title match.
This is absolutely incredible.
I love this. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Look at those palm strikes on O'Reilly. Oh my gosh, on the high knee. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what's happening right now. Oh, high and low. Come on, come on. This is it right here. 1, 2. Yes, it is. 3.5 stars. That was a really good tag team title match. That was really good. That was a really good way to. That was only the first match on the show. This gets a massive up. That was a really good tag team title match. Great way to start off the show. That was really good.
I can't disagree with you, Percy. Lorcan and Birch came out here to prove a point. They certainly did that. They may not be leading with the titles.
Sorry if you can hear my AC in the background, but it's like 90 degrees here, and I know everyone, be hot.
What an effort from Tony Lorcan and Danny Birch.
Yeah, but that was really good.
Well, here it was, taking things up a level. Things got European uppercut. And hooking him tight. But look at the outside. It was Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era, who saved things for his team.
And then Adam Cole would feel the wrath of the official who would even the odds, kicking Adam Cole out of ringside, making it 2-on-2.
We all thought this was it right here. Only Lorcan, Danny Birch had the era right where they wanted them. But Kyle O'Reilly still fighting against way out.
It was the desperation of O'Reilly, but ultimately it would come down to a 2-on-1 situation. And it's the Undisputed Era, 2 against 1. They always win.
So now we know that at the United Kingdom Championship Day 2 show, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly will be the champions going into that show. Because there's not going to be another really NXT episode up until that show.
But once again, what an effort from the team of Tony Lorcan and Danny Birch.
You talking about a war. That was an absolute battle. That was a fight right there.
What a way to start off. What a way for Takeover Chicago to get in the books.
The challengers may be disappointed, but they can keep their heads held high.
The champions remain strong, though. In the Undisputed
I think that was a really good way to kind of put them on the map, too.
NXT.
Right now, it's just showing an advertisement for Money in the Bank. Then we can see Lars Sullivan training backstage. Oh my gosh.
And this man has a huge one tonight. The Leviathan, Lars Sullivan. He has caught the Black Mass. Spinning heel kick before. Can he do it tonight?
Look at that strength by Lars Sullivan. He would hit. Damn. Oh my gosh. Oh, then we can see Kairi Sane watching from the crowd.
Oh, and Kairi Sane, no stranger to the spotlight in what a matchup we have for you next. It all started with Ricochet setting.
Ooh, now coming up next, we have Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream. I'm really looking forward to this match.
It's been about who has the biggest spotlight, and from Ricochet's point of view, this rivalry has taken a step because he believes he's the one outshining the Velveteen Dream.
You know, for a while, the name Ricochet always coincided with this kid who could do flips. I kind of set an expectation for myself that I have to stay at a certain level or exceed it a lot of times.
The one thing you can expect is the unexpected.
For 15 years, I have scraped and clawed my way to the top of every single company that I have been in.
The one and only is in NXT.
The one and only. I must mean you're blessed. I'd say I'm blessed.
Dripping in finesse and attitude, the Velveteen Dream has certainly proved he's tough enough.
When you're truly blessed, you don't need to struggle. Being blessed means that you're equipped with intangibles, with it. You want to know what it is? Every word they say, every gesture, hooked, just like that. Ricochet's good. That's athletically. You can impress a few people, but can you make them feel it?
No, no, no. Understand this. Anything that you can do, the Dream can do better.
Prove it.
Velveteen, what's the worst struggle he's had? Being eliminated from a reality TV show? The Dream has no memory of that. And not only that, he gets his NXT contract. He gets his opportunity. Well, I got mine. And I wasn't handed it. I earned it. There's a monarchy here in NXT. And Ricochet believes that he's the king. That's funny to the Dream. Well, the Dream were to pick a crown. He choose to be the prince. The difference between a king and a prince? The king was good, but that prince, he knows that there's a bigger crown. The NXT Takeover Chicago. When 100% of my focus is on the Velveteen Dream, the king will fall. The only thing that he's going to experience, the monarchy dies, is defeat. The Velveteen Dream will rise at the hands of the king, Ricochet.
Well, I'm stoked for this match. All right, now I'm going to do my prediction. Now, it really could go either way. I wouldn't really complain if either guy won. Even though on my prediction show on the Wrestling Rundown, I'll get punished if I lose this match. But I'm going to say Velveteen Dream wins because of how much praise he's been getting backstage. And I could see him really getting a nice big victory here. Really, it could go either way, though. Oh, my gosh. He has like a Hulk Hogan entrance, which is kind of interesting because Hulk Hogan was the one that eliminated him from Tough Enough way back when.
Take a look at him.
And it's kind of,
he clearly is, but this is the man who feels like he's been a little bit upset.
That's really cool, actually. I like that entrance he has.
You know, not when you take a look at Velveteen.
Nobody does like the Hulk Hogan thing where he whips off his shirt and stuff.
Does he have that it factor? Oh, he's certainly got the it factor, but the question is, does he have the athletic ability to compete with Ricochet.
Well, both these superstars competed in that 6-man ladder match at New Orleans Takeover.
Well, Velveteen Dream's been really impressive since he's come over in NXT. He scored some nice enhancement matches, wins. But then eventually got into that feud with Aleister Black, where he wanted Aleister Black to recognize him. And then eventually, after the match at NXT TakeOver War Games, after Aleister Black defeated him, he finally said his name. And then this led to Velveteen Dream really starting to get noticed in NXT. He had a really good match with Johnny Gargano. He did the gimmick. And then he defeated Cassius Ohno at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. And then obviously he defeated Tyler Bate in a really good match. And then eventually he went on to, at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, had that ladder match for the inaugural North American Championship. And then obviously then he has this match right here, right now. He went to that feud with Ricochet. And I'm excited for this match. They had like a little glimpse of the taste for the match right before it. So, yeah. I kind of hope Ricochet gets a nice special entrance, but we'll see. Oh my gosh. He just completely freaked out Caleb Braxton right there.
They're going to decide this is a very personal match.
Oh, I like those like glasses, like those three glasses he's wearing. Oh, he's even doing the Hulk Hogan poses. This is what's cool, actually.
Needs the spotlight on himself all day long. Look at him. I tell you what, by the end of the night, one of these two competitors is going to walk out of Chicago with all the shots.
All right, let's see what. Ooh, Ricochet's got like a nice little special entrance going on.
Weighing in 190 pounds, Ricochet.
Well, Percy, you mentioned that Velveteen Dream is going to win this. He's going to have to earn it. I would dare say Ricochet is going to have to earn it as well. And take a look at Velveteen Dream there, just hanging out.
Velveteen Dream better not get too cavalier, better not get too relaxed, because Ricochet is here tonight. He means absolute business.
Ricochet also hasn't forgotten about teaming with Velveteen Dream, and Velveteen Dream turning his back on Ricochet several weeks ago on NXT TV.
Velveteen Dream played Ricochet. They were supposed to be working together, but that's the kind of man that Velveteen Dream is.
NXT TakeOver Chicago is presented by WWE Champions, the mobile game. Download WWE Champions now and enter code STRONGSTYLE to get a free Shinsuke Nakamura character. Talked about the endorsement from John Cena to Velveteen Dream. How about the endorsement on social media that Ricochet received from the great one, The Rock? As Ricochet and Velveteen Dream looking to electrify the crowd here at TakeOver in Chicago tonight.
Look at the wings on the back of Ricochet. I think we're going to see this man fly tonight.
Take a look at the way Velveteen Dream's getting in the ring here, taking all the time. He's going to do it at his own pace.
I'm excited for this match.
Being cautious.
Let's get right into this match. I'm really excited for it. Ricochet, though, was the first ever Lucha Underground World Champion. I don't really know anything else he's accomplished, so I can't really comment on it. So I'm just going to watch the match and just react to it.
And now meet face to face.
Here we go.
These two also teamed up recently in a handicap match against Lars Sullivan, where Velveteen Dream ended up turning on Ricochet and costing this team the match. It's interesting. Velveteen Dream's actually more over than Ricochet. That just proves how over this guy is. How much his character's really caught on.
Right on the line here. This really is a personal vendetta between these two. Both men taking digs at each other.
As they lock up, now I look to how equal are these two? How similar are these two superstars?
Well, I'd have to say given an athletic advantage to Ricochet, but that's with any time anybody's in the ring with this man. In terms of a strategy, perhaps Velveteen Dream's got the better one here. Got to get inside the head of Ricochet.
Ricochet doesn't seem too phased yet, personally.
I do like the Hulk Hogan,
Ricochet is here to get
how he's doing Hulk
worried
Hogan
about,
poses and stuff.
the antics of
Velveteen Dream.
Oh. Nigel asking, do you believe there'll be a feeling out process between these two superstars early on?
It looks like it thus far, doesn't it? I think both men, as much as they've said about each other, they are perfectly aware of what the other person is capable of.
Oh, what? He took off the bandana.
Oh. Simple technical exchange. Got onto the head scissors, and as you can see, Dream, they're unable to get out.
Do kind of like it that the match is starting off nice and slow.
Velveteen Dream frustrated early.
That's the thing about Ricochet. He really is one of the best high flyers in the business today. But it's not just that. It's his ability to do it at the right time and not make mistakes.
When you take a look at Ricochet, Nigel, again, a lot of people talk about Ricochet's amazing athletic ability, but you could also
like this chain grappling here we have between Ricochet and Velveteen. Cover. Yeah. That would be a real disappointment if the match is ended that way.
Was the name that Ricochet had for himself before he came to NXT, and perhaps the opportunities he couldn't because of it.
I remember too that crazy flip that Ricochet did to Velveteen Dream. I mean, I'm also looking forward to this match because of the characters in this match, just because they both wanted to kind of one up each other.
Velveteen Dream is the future of this business. What say you?
I mean, he very well may be. He has all the tools. I mean, he's as physical as they come. He looks great, and the guy can move. He can put in the work in the ring. He's got a ton of charisma.
Oh, showcasing the power game. There's Velveteen Dream.
Well, probably the most important thing, Percy, is the Velveteen Dream believes in himself. You can't put a price on that.
Absolutely not. He's a very dangerous man. Wonder believe in himself.
Oh, landing on his feet.
Mexican weight setters, I've never seen that before.
And I don't think Dream has seen that he did take Ricochet off his feet.
From the Velveteen Dream, I mean.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Starting to quicken, which is right where Ricochet is going to want in this matchup the pace to be.
Oh. I love this feeling out process they have for each other right now. And you can see Velveteen Dream's very frustrated that Ricochet is kind of one-upping him at every turn.
Ricochet may have the best balance of anyone in NXT. He is like a world-class parkour competitor.
Oh, rolls him up.
Rolls through Velveteen Dream out at one. A quick go behind the size of Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. Look at the head.
Nice head scissors.
And a drop kick. And the momentum starting to sway in the favor of Ricochet. They're in the early going.
Well, one thing from those slaps is that Ricochet will not let Velveteen Dream get in his head.
Ooh. Right hand. And now Ricochet. Look at it. Takes in the air, and Velveteen Dream had it scouted. Ricochet all the way to the floor.
Ricochet could be in trouble. That top rope across the throat. That's big trouble for Ricochet. You can't breathe. You ain't fighting.
Now Velveteen Dream's got the upper hand on Ricochet.
Dream was able to turn things around. He saw this.
Oh, look at that. Look brutal.
Was one of the few mistakes that Ricochet has made in this match so far.
You don't want to make a lot of mistakes when you're taking on someone like Velveteen Dream.
Do you not look at the aggression now of Dream in the corner?
I gotta say, Vic Joseph too, he's doing a pretty good job on commentary tonight. I mean, while the presence of Mo Ronaldo is yeah, he is doing a pretty good job on himself on commentary. Ooh.
Hey, come on, do not touch me. Hey, I'm the Velveteen Dream.
We saw earlier Dream talking about being blessed. One thing he was blessed with is perhaps the biggest ego of anyone in NXT.
Well, his ego will only get bigger if he's able
axe
to put
handle
away
smash by Velveteen Dream
tonight. And Dream hoisting it
again
over the top rope. Velveteen Dream.
I definitely wish Velveteen Dream would come on this Macho Man Randy Savage at least once too. That'd be awesome. Ooh, nice springboard roll and senton. Ooh, he's blocking Ricochet too.
The point was made. Anything Ricochet can do, Velveteen Dream
And
believes.
this obviously is where the story of the match comes in, because Velveteen Dream just did one of Ricochet's trademark moves.
Athletic ability.
If Velveteen Dream can't be too patient, he's got to continue to punish Ricochet. Can't just wait around and be cocky.
Going for a neck breaker. Oh, nice neck breaker. I like the way he kind of delayed the neck breaker a little bit.
And Ricochet out it too.
Well, thus far, Percy, Dream has been cocky and he's been very effective with it. Can't argue with results.
Get up, big old hole.
Oh!
That don't work.
Oh, and Ricochet now.
I do kind of like how
trying to feed off
he's
the
telling the
energy
crowd that
of the
clapping
crowd
for
here in
Ricochet doesn't
Chicago.
work too. Kind of nice hero tactics that he's doing right there.
Able to sidestep.
Oh, nice elbow by
Sidestep
Ricochet.
Dream for a moment. What a back elbow from Ricochet. And Ricochet.
Oh, just shoved him right outside the ring.
Velveteen Dream from behind. And again, Dream has had Ricochet scouted from the onset.
There was nothing pretty about that, but it was clearly effective.
Now he's looking again.
Hold on.
Perhaps.
Whoa!
Oh, nice flip dive on the outside. That's one of Ricochet's trademark moves
He's
too.
going over the top and again.
For the third time in this
I do
match,
kind of.
that's something
So I wonder now
Velveteen Dream do
if
before.
Ricochet will do some of
Ricochet
Velveteen Dream's
cover.
moves.
Hook of the leg. And again, Ricochet's right shoulder up at two.
As it stands right now, Velveteen Dream is completely beating Ricochet at his own game. Look at this right here.
And Dream slowing down the pace. So what we've seen thus far from Velveteen Dream, Nigel, do you like this strategy to slow things down to wear down Ricochet?
How could I not like it when he's got this advantage and we've seen relatively little from D1 and only thus far in the match?
But the real big question, Percy, is at some point Ricochet's
like
going to
this
get
match.
going.
I think
How
this match
long
is
can Velveteen
really damn
Dream
good.
keep the one and only grounded?
Well, that is the question, but I mean, this is the smart thing to do by Velveteen Dream right now to keep the high flyer down, not let them get to that arsenal.
You'd have to think if you're Ricochet and you come out here for this match, this is the last thing you expect, that your opponent is going to try to beat you with athleticism. Perhaps that stunned him.
And Ricochet back to his feet. Oh, and a forearm from Velveteen Dream.
Oh, nice kick to the head.
Strong boot creates a little bit of separation, but look, on the ropes, Ricochet still having trouble breathing.
Ricochet trying to refocus himself in this matchup.
Oh, Ricochet trying to fight back.
Right-handed. Oh,
Velveteen Dream not letting it happen.
The Dream sent to the outside.
So he's trying to find himself time to come back to life.
Look how slow he was to follow up on that. Velveteen Dream is going to absolutely suit
Oh, no.
this match.
And Insecurity missing wild. And Velveteen Dream continuing to try to pick apart Ricochet. Dream charging in. Ricochet both feet up this time. Ricochet.
Oh, nice flip drop kick by Ricochet.
You called and think it was only a matter of time before Ricochet began to turn things around here.
Well, Ricochet still trying to get out of the blocks. Here against Velveteen Dream. There's one way to do that, though, guys. The only way Ricochet knows how to live.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Oh, and this time he was able to land the suicide dive properly. Remember, I saw in the live reactions earlier, he kind of missed a suicide dive on the road to NXT Takeover Chicago 2.
Wait. Ricochet's not done.
Oh, and a nice backflip dive.
Now Ricochet is exactly where he wants to be, in his wheelhouse, flying.
And that pace has picked up as Ricochet.
Oh, uppercut in the corner. Oh, 619.
What offense on display. As Ricochet flies.
Oh, uppercut.
Dream into the cover. The count. Dream out at two.
Springboard European uppercut. Landed it. Let's take a look at first this dive. Tope. It was simple, but boy, was it effective. Look how he lands. perfectly driving Dream into the mat.
He got all of that, and certainly, oh! Ricochet, no stranger to laying it on the line.
Ricochet going for broke, doing whatever he feels and deems necessary to take out the Velveteen Dream.
Osprey flop dive, landed it perfectly. Oh, that was a mistake.
Ricochet telegraphed the Velveteen Dream, trying to take advantage of.
Nice blockbuster.
From Ricochet.
Standing shooting star press.
Kick out again by Dream.
That's just really damn good.
Shoulder just getting up.
Hey, look, guys, this is the pace that Velveteen Dream did not want to face here against Ricochet.
Certainly looks to be in a little bit of trouble now. Take a look at his mouth. It's wide open. That means he's breathing hard.
Up goes Velveteen Dream.
Ooh, Velveteen Dream begging for mercy, but that didn't last long.
To the outside, and Velveteen Dream, though, doesn't realize Ricochet on his feet. Doesn't realize Ricochet to the top rope.
Ricochet is most comfortable.
Oh! He's not comfortable anymore.
Not at all.
I spoke too soon.
That's just a great ring awareness and presence of Velveteen.
Certainly not the position Ricochet wants to be in at this moment. What is on the mind of the Velveteen Dream?
Perhaps putting Ricochet away as soon as possible. You can see here, he got in the lion's share of the offense early in the match, and that expends a lot of energy.
Oh! Oh, guys, Velveteen Dream.
He's going to do the elbow drop.
Certainly not going to like when he looks up.
Time to shine.
Ooh.
Oh!
He just jumped
Ricochet
off the...
wisely. Able to stay one step ahead.
He jumped and landed right on the
Ricochet
apron.
knew what Dream had in store for him. Elected to jump to the outside and strike himself. Well, this is bad intentions.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Oh.
The Dream.
Oh, Death Valley driver off the turnbuckle.
Dream got
Oh my gosh.
Rolling Death Valley bomb.
Look at the look in Ricochet's eyes.
Dream felt it too.
That was an awesome spot right there.
The cover.
This might be it right here. 2. No, it's not.
Out at 2, and this match continues.
Match continues.
There it is, the Death Valley bomb off the top, but look how Velveteen Dream lands as well. Bam! There was impact to both superstars, which made it took a little bit longer than usual for Dream to follow up.
Velveteen Dream crawling. Knows he might need one more impactful maneuver to put away Ricochet. Is the spotlight going to shine the brightest?
Here comes the elbow
on
drop.
Velveteen Dream?
Oh, Velveteen Dream this time landed on the apron.
Oh,
I kind of like that. It's kind of nice, nice callback.
Offensive moves. They're thinking 1-2 moves ahead of each other.
And what's on the mind of Ricochet now?
Ricochet wants to end this thing.
Oh no.
Oh, superplex. Oh my gosh. What a superplex outside the ring by Velveteen Dream on Ricochet. That was awesome. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Velveteen Dream will do whatever it takes for him to sacrifice himself.
He just suplexed Ricochet.
Incredible.
He just suplexed Ricochet all the way to the floor.
It was Ricochet, perhaps, who was looking for the suplex, but instead it was Dream who hoisted the one and only.
As referee
Are we going to have a double count out here?
Up to 5.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. Made it in the win just in time. I was really hoping we weren't going to have a double count out. That would have been
Look
stupid.
at the height and the impact of this suplex from the apron.
I got to tell you, I'm surprised that either man made it into the ring before the count of 10.
That's why these two are considered the future of NXT.
But now this is a pivotal moment in this match. Who can capitalize? Both men, considerable damage done. Could be internal injuries from a fall from that height. I don't know.
I hear you say all the time, man, this is, at this point, it's not about skill, it's about will.
And who wants it more?
Oh, and another Death Valley driver. Another Death Valley driver. 2. No.
Another near fall. The train scrambled to get that cover, and it still wasn't enough to put away Ricochet.
No wasted moment from Velveteen Dream either. Was that just instinct on the part of Ricochet?
Or was it perhaps Velveteen Dream playing possum, lying in wait? Both men getting up, showing fatigue. But as soon as Ricochet pounced, Velveteen Dream was there to catch him. Look at this. He was there, duck, picks him up. Beautiful Death Valley bomb. And quickly follows up and hooks the leg.
Nigel, unlike the first time, Velveteen Dream got all of that.
Eddie Ever driving all of his body weight into the chest of Ricochet.
Both men
Oh,
are
he's using the referee to get himself up.
This is about who wants it more at this point.
Oh! Stunning right hand, dropping the Dream. Oh, Velveteen Dream answering back.
Not a lot of mustard behind these shots at this point, but you can understand why.
Yeah, the fatigue has definitely set in.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh! Body shot from both competitors. Looking to drive the wind out of the ribcage.
Imagine the damage done to both after that massive suplex to the floor from Dream to Ricochet.
This is the worst point in a match. Oh! There's almost nothing left in the tank.
Oh! Ricochet answering with a barrage of shots.
I believe Ricochet will fight to there's nothing left.
Oh. Going for the Hemlock DDT. Is he going to get it? No. Oh my gosh.
Roll through from the Northern Lights.
Northern Lights suplex. No. Get back.
Gave out.
Too much damage done from that big super.
Oh, super kick.
Super kick from Velveteen Dream.
Oh, and a boot by Ricochet.
And a big pump kick from Ricochet. What a match.
Oh my gosh.
1 for 1, and now Dream off the top gets caught.
Oh my gosh.
And Ricochet could be moments away from putting down the Velveteen Dream.
Oh my gosh. The DDT.
Into the cover.
1, 2. No, he kicked out. Oh my gosh. Ricochet is looking extremely strong in this matchup. I thought that was his finisher too. I know it's the elbow drop. I know Velveteen Dream's pinned people with that finisher before though. What a like a switch blade DDT that was. I don't really know what to call that. Like a hammerlock, almost like a hammerlock DDT right there. Match isn't over yet.
The NXT universe on their feet, but the question is, which of these great competitors can get to their feet first?
Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but that last kick out.
Ooh, trashing Ricochet. This is awesome. This is awesome.
You belong in a bingo hall.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Death Valley driver.
Death Valley found of his own. We've seen Velveteen Dream do it not once, but twice. And it's just now the moment. It's just the moment for Ricochet.
This might be it. Dream did too much time talking.
Ricochet all the way to the top.
It's a great match.
He's pausing.
Oh my. He's going to do the elbow drop. Oh. This might be it right here. The elbow drop. 2. No, he kicked out. Oh my gosh.
Ricochet cannot believe it.
Pulled that out of Velveteen Dream's playbook. Purple Rainmaker elbow. But was it a mistake? Perhaps he should have gone for something he's more familiar with.
Ellie, maybe what he's possibly setting up Velveteen Dream for now. That's 630 off the top.
And that elbow was impactful.
Velveteen Dream's a little too close, I think, though.
Right here.
Talk about impactful is Velveteen Dream. Maybe sensing it wisely, rolling away.
Of course he was. Wise move from Dream.
Final flight. And it's vacant. The one and only. You think he's trying
Oh.
to maybe not.
Ricochet's going to try it anyways. Oh, no, he got the knees up, I think.
Velveteen Dream. Cover.
No, kicked out.
How the hell did Ricochet kick out of that?
What a match!
Oh my gosh, he kicked. Ricochet kicked out.
Everyone in the NXT universe, including me, we were like, can he make this shooting star press?
Well, I can't believe where Velveteen Dream is going. Ricochet.
He's on the other side.
Oh, no, Ricochet's on the... No way, Ricochet's halfway across the ring. No way. Oh, he missed. He missed the purple rainmaker.
Dream now grabbing at the left shoulder. The left shoulder.
Velveteen Dream could have possibly broken his arm. I have no idea.
He's in so much
Now
pain.
Ricochet all the way to the top. Ricochet looking down.
Oh, 630 right across the back. Oh, that was a great match. I gotta give it four stars. That was, I might, you know what? I'm giving that 4 1/4 though. That deserves. I thought that match was great to the story, to the match itself. It was great. 4 1/4. Now that means I'm gonna get punished on the show though, because that was the only match me and James had differently. But I had a feeling I was gonna lose this, but we had to have one match different. So
Ricochet victorious tonight, but these two superstars trying to one up each other all night long.
Time and time again, and I mentioned it earlier in the match, the ego of Velveteen Dream. Perhaps it was the ego of Velveteen Dream that got the better of him there.
Family, fellas, anything Velveteen Dream can do, Ricochet can do better.
When you take a look at Ricochet, I talked to him earlier tonight. Ricochet said he is better than Velveteen Dream. He's the best in the best.
that was a great match. Really great. I can't even. That match was great. That's got to be one of the top 10 best takeover matches. I know. I have to update my list. I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
There was not much to that kick out right there.
Well, the jaw jacket certainly didn't help out. Velveteen Dream is Ricochet took advantage and started to turn things around.
And look at the distance covered here by by Ricochet. Look at this. Look at the precision of Velveteen Dream. Getting those knees up.
It wasn't the distance he traveled, it was how he landed the knees up. And here I mentioned before, perhaps it was the ego of Velveteen Dream, thinking that he could land this move, and he had enough time. There was not enough time. He could Ricochet knees as a follow-up.
Hold on, I gotta get this.
Because following up was the 630 from the one and only.
That was a quick phone call.
Ricochet, this is right here. This is what sealed the deal for the man, the myth, the one and only Ricochet. One more time. Take a look at this. Look at the precision and the accuracy.
Oh my gosh.
There is nothing Velveteen Dream could do.
So, Nigel, you believe it was the ego of Velveteen Dream?
I would have to say in that instance it was, but perhaps it was the ego that got him to that stage in the first place. So, bottom line, both men proved something to me tonight. These guys are future superstars. They're superstars now to be reckoned with.
But tonight, the spotlight is shining down on the one and only Ricochet.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Ready for UFC.
Oh, you know, we got the next match.
She was ready for Hollywood. But is Ronda Rousey ready for Nia Jax?
6 feet tall, 272 pounds.
The irresistible force Nia Jax. The baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey. On a collision course for the championship.
Rousey, over the armbar. Nia's tapping it. That epic Sunday. Rousey will shock the world. Taking a ride along the Chicago River as we kick off Money in the Bank weekend here on the WWE Network by NXT Takeover here in Chicago. And what a night we've had thus far, gentlemen. What a night indeed. And of course, it was here in Chicago 1 year ago, the Fat Man, the pizza.
This Tommaso Ciampa.
Tommaso Ciampa turned on Johnny Gargano, leading to one of the most brutal conflicts in NXT history. What is going on? But our next contest is, it's all about the
All right, coming up next, we have an NXT Women's Championship match. NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross. I'll just kind of explain the storyline since the video package is just going to be shown again. Pretty much the storyline comes off of Shayna Baszler constantly bullying the members of the NXT Women's division. Eventually, that led her to an NXT Women's title win at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And then Nikki Cross finally was the one to stand up to Shayna Baszler, you know, and obviously act crazy and admit she's not afraid of Shayna Baszler. That's kind of the whole feud and stuff behind this match.
It was walking back in the locker room and seeing the fear in everybody's eyes, because fear means respect.
You're going to get smacked in the face with a hard dose of reality. And I am that reality.
Shayna Baszler, decorated mixed martial artist, ranked top 10 in the world. She is dangerous, malicious, she's smart, calculated.
I did it because I want it, and I did it because I'm good. I did it just because I can. I did it because it makes me feel so good, and I did it because I'm the man.
People want to call it bullying. They can put whatever label they want on it. That's not what this is. This is reality. If you can't handle it, you get weeded out. The fight
It kind of makes it for this match to go where it is, because I think this is probably, and this is probably going to be sexist because it's a women's match. This probably is going to be the worst match on the show, and I know but I think this is going to be like the match that kind of cools the crowd down a little bit, because you know this is match doesn't because I expect the NXT title match to be great, and I expect you know obviously the Chicago Street Fight to be fantastic. So.
What happens when there's no fear? There's only chaos.
In our fantasy world, she just won the title.
I mean, I think this match actually could be pretty good, though. I'm not saying that the match will be really bad. Shayna Baszler has had some good title matches, I think, at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, then NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
You want to delete someone, Shayna?
Maybe Nikki Cross is getting the best of her mentally.
At TakeOver, my chaos will bring me your championship. My championship.
This is my championship.
Well, your championship. My championship. Well, your championship.
Are you serious? You seriously asking me if Nikki Cross has the possibility of taking my championship at NXT TakeOver Chicago?
Cena. I'm going to take the NXT Women's Championship.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. This is why I don't do these interviews.
All right, now I gotta get to the prediction. I'm gonna say Shayna Baszler's gonna get a win here. I don't think she's fought for the title for a while. I think Nikki Cross, since Sanity hasn't debuted yet on the main roster, she could just end up joining Sanity with them. So I still think it's stupid that she doesn't come out with the championship though. Like that's really dumb. Like Shayna Baszler literally came out with the championship next week.
Mind breaks, but the body breaks easy.
That kind of helped me. That's kind of caused me to lose a little bit of interest in this feud.
Nikki Cross have?
Who knows? Maybe it's broken already.
But at the same time, where's I ask you this? Is she crazy? Because she's in the championship match. This is what Nikki Cross wanted.
How about you ask Nikki Cross if she's crazy?
Oh, no, thank you.
Nikki Cross, she's just predictable. She just hops in the ring and things happen.
You know, Nikki Cross came to NXT with Sanity. She was originally there before, but you know, really, I don't remember really anything she did. And then Nikki Cross, you know, was with Sanity. Then got into that feud with Ruby Riott, and NXT Takeover San Antonio. Actually, she was part of a fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's Championship that involved Asuka, Peyton Royce, and Billie Kay, where Asuka ended up walking out victorious and retaining the championship. And then she was part of that 8-person intergender tag team, mixed tag team match that I already mentioned at NXT TakeOver Orlando. Then she got into that feud with Ruby Riott. Then at NXT TakeOver Chicago last year, she was actually in the NXT Women's Championship match when she was in a triple threat match with Asuka and Ruby Riott, where Asuka retained the championship. And then she had a feud with Asuka. Asuka beat her in the last woman standing match. And then Nikki Cross was a part of the fatal four-way match at NXT TakeOver War Games that was won by Emma Boone to put on the new NXT Women's Championship. That also included Kairi Sane and Peyton Royce. And then eventually Nikki Cross just kind of floundered around for a little bit, and then eventually went on to at NXT get this title shot right here.
All by this woman.
Shayna Baszler has been quoted as saying, "When you step in the ring with me, you get smacked in the face."
Now, as for
with the hard words of reality.
Shayna Baszler, she's accomplished a pretty good amount of stuff in her career. I just have to find the brackets and
That's
stuff.
a great point, because Shayna Baszler believes that everyone in the women's locker room fears her. But guys, does Nikki Cross even know what fear is?
I was just going to say, I don't think she understands the concept of fear. Absolutely not. Cross grew up in the rough east end of Glasgow, developing an immunity to fear and an immunity to pain as well.
I'm trying to find the people she beat for the tournament, but it's not showing the people.
Well, Shayna Baszler was worried. She's certainly not showing in the early going as confident as ever.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Glasgow, Scotland, Nikki Cross. And her opponent from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler would love to retain her NXT Women's Championship.
I can't find Shayna Baszler, though, made it to the finals of the Mae Young Classic. She defeated the likes of people. I can't really find the wrestlers because it's not being nice and letting me find it. So I know she beat like Candice LeRae and Mercedes Martinez, and then somebody else, I think Xia Li or something. And then she obviously failed to win the finals by losing to Kairi Sane. And then she got to that feud with Emma Moon over the NXT Women's Championship. She showed up by getting the Coquina clutch Oh, I kind of like how
She's adopted the
Nikki
fighting
Cross
stance
isn't showing
from
any fear right now.
Cross is unfazed.
Nikki Cross isn't even flinching. This has part of the mind game for her, I mean, right?
Or is it?
What? Oh!
What the hell is going
What
on?
is wrong with Nikki Cross? Or perhaps, what is right with her? Because she is getting in the head of the champion. What is that?
What the hell just what was that?
Right in the face of the NXT Women's Champion.
The face of the NXT Women's Champion looks perplexed, confused.
That's one thing we never really see is the champion retreating.
Ooh, she's turned her
Nikki
back on
Cross
Shayna
is
Baszler.
baiting Shayna Baszler in. Is this what you want to go?
Baszler doesn't know what to think at this point.
Ooh, sleeper hold.
Baszler. They're trying to take down the NXT Women's Champion.
Attempting to cut off the blood supply, the carotid artery. Doesn't have it fully attached at the moment. That's going to allow Baszler to get out like that.
It's Baszler.
That's the way that kills
Continue clutch, continue clutch. Nope.
But quickly, Cross pushing her opponent back to the corner.
And Nikki Cross now, right on top.
This has been an interesting start to the match.
The frustration of Shayna Baszler clearly evident now.
Tammy's a second to figure this thing out.
And Baszler, swinging a miss. And Cross following up. And Nikki Cross. Oh, we've seen this before.
Giving Baszler a taste of her own medicine.
Nikki Cross has to be careful, however, in this situation. She gets disqualified. She can't win the championship, but she can also only win the title by pinfall and submission and right back.
And again, jumping on from behind. Not electing to try for the sleeper hold instead, just getting ahead in the head of the jump.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She just got dropped right on the steel.
Driving the psychotic Scott.
Come on, let's go. Inside this way.
Into that ungiving steel on the outside.
And Shayna Baszler now peeling Nikki Cross up.
Now Baszler has that clear advantage. Let's see what she does with it.
Oh my gosh. Nikki Cross kind of just spun right up to her feet. Kick out at one.
She out at
No, she didn't kick out at one.
out at two. And I want to talk strategy for a moment. Shayna Baszler right on top, pounding down.
They may not have time to talk strategy, but
Oh my.
this continues. Absolutely devastating.
Nikki Cross is destroying. Sorry, Shayna Baszler is destroying Nikki Cross.
She did it to Ember Moon. She did it to Dakota. Oh, look. Look what she's doing.
Oh, she just stuck her hands right down Nikki Cross's mouth.
Making it difficult to breathe. That's an illegal hold in MMA.
Oh, and now just fighting away on the face of Nikki Cross.
Again, attempting to suffocate an opponent.
Is Nikki Cross smiling? I mean, Nikki
I think
Cross
Nikki
said
Cross
that
likes
there's
this
nothing
pain.
Shayna can do to her that she won't enjoy, guys. The definition of crazy.
Definition of masochism.
And again, Baszler. Baszler, another knee.
Again with that knee strike.
Nice.
How many of those knee lifts can Nikki Cross take? I mean, directly to the jaw.
Oh, hard.
Oh, another knee.
Look at what?
Oh,
And another
a
one.
smile on the face, a cry from the Banshee.
How is Nikki Cross coming back for more?
Oh, what catches the knee?
Oh, Cross. Look at the champion.
Oh,
Oh.
the scream before the strike, a second one.
And Cross
Oh, Katina clutch, Katina clutch.
was able to lock it in. And Nikki Cross belly to back.
Baszler didn't have time to drop to her back. And Cross was there with a belly to back suplex.
Nikki Cross, I think, just slapped
All right,
out.
but Shayna Baszler in the Mae Young Classic
Maybe psyched
beat
herself back.
Zeto in the first round. Then in the
NXT Women's
second round, she beat
Championship
Mia
on the
Yim.
line.
And then in the quarterfinals, she defeated Candice LeRae. And then in the
Right into
semifinals, she defeated Mercedes Martinez, and Nikki Cross putting a hurt on Shayna Baszler.
Nikki Cross's fantasy world, she believes she's already been champion for about 3 weeks and could be closing in on making that fantasy a reality here in Chicago. And Nikki Cross has to be careful she doesn't get disqualified.
2, 3, 4.
Referee right on top.
Baszler is clearly stunned and she's hurt. She's in trouble. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Baszler in such trouble.
Well, have you ever seen anyone get under Shayna Baszler's skin like Nikki Cross has?
Never.
Cross to the top.
Oh, nice cross body.
Baszler out at 2.
So then Shayna Baszler debuted in NXT. She failed to win the finals, by the way, in the Man Classic. She lost to Kairi Sane, and then she choked out Kairi Sane with the Cortina Clutch her first night in NXT. Then she got into the feud with them. Well, actually, she destroyed Dakota Kai in her first match. Oh, and got a DDT on the apron. Oh, yes.
Baszler laid out. And Cross
tries to take advantage quickly. Cross the leg.
Baszler continues to fight.
There from a different angle.
Look at this impact here in the hardest part of the ring. Shayna Baszler is Nikki Cross. Cross, enjoying what she's doing. And Cross,
top knee by Baszler. That's actually a surprising match. I think Shayna Baszler's showing improvement. You can clearly see that Shayna Baszler has improved a lot since her first early ones in WWE. You can kind of see it here. Like, she's actually looking really well in this match. Because usually this match should be shit because Nikki Cross's character kind of has to have a work of green style. It doesn't quite have it in.
And Cross wisely able to use her environment to help her out. And now, high impact. Is this enough for a new
Ropes. Yep.
Baszler's left foot on the bottom rope.
Great presence from the champion to know where she was at all times. Well, that bottom rope was close enough.
Well, boy, Takeover has been a really good show so far.
Causing the break.
For the rage, the intensity coming out now even more in the challenger. Nikki Cross just dragging.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
crucifix pain.
Coquina clutch.
Reverses.
In the center.
It's going to be all over right here. It's able to lock her feet.
As the body scissors, but look how she's pushing her hand to the back of the neck. More pressure.
Is Nikki Cross going to tap out or is she going to pass out? That's the real question.
This is Baszler's most devastating hold.
Baszler has put everyone down with this hold. The Cross does not have a choice. Continuing to fight. And look at the eyes of the champion.
Desperation on the face of Cross, trying to figure out what she can do here.
Cross trying to feed off the energy. She's reaching out a long way away from the bottom rope.
What must be going through the mind of Nikki Cross now? She has to know she's in trouble. She has to know she's in danger. Wait.
Oh my gosh, she's smiling.
Well, Baszler trying to put down Nikki Cross, and Cross is fading. The smile is fading from the face.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that in wrestling before, where someone smiled before they pass out. That was a good match. I'll give it 3 stars. That was good. I'll give it an up. I thought Shayna Baszler looked really well in that match. That's definitely the best performance I've seen her put on. I think she's, with these takeover matches, I think she's looked better and better every time. I can't deny it.
Well, that's right. One thing she wasn't willing to do was to tap out to the champion, Shayna.
She definitely looked better here than she did in the last 2 matches. I think she's improving. That was actually a good performance right there.
She came out on top as the champion. Still holding that title triumphantly. Here it was. She would take an unbelievable impact, swinging neck breaker. But look at the presence of Baszler to know that bottom rope was there to save. That
pinfall attempt.
Nikki Cross not to be outdone, looking for another pinfall attempt, but Shayna Baszler able to counter.
Turn this around, waiting to the tail through the clutch. And this is pretty much all she wrote for Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross not willing to tap out. She'd rather go to sleep by Shayna Baszler. Look at the face of a champion.
Actually, perhaps Cross knew that she'd taken the champion to the limit. But be that as it may, there is no doubt this is a defining career victory win for Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, it was a good match.
She had a tough time against Nikki Cross. Had never had an opponent like this before, and she came through with flying colors.
And Shayna Baszler continues to have that tight hold on the NXT Women's Division and also the NXT Women's Championship.
Nikki Cross still smiling?
Yeah, that was a good match. Good to know.
That's the reality. That's the reality.
There you go, Tom. It's your favorite thing. Good vibrations.
This match that we're witnessing is not about the WWE Championship. This is about who is the better man.
Somebody, he's champion. Can you feel it? Can you sense it? Here it comes. Here it comes.
Right now, it's just showing an advertisement for WWE champions.
WWE Champions. Download now.
You're listening to Painless by Fozzy, an NXT Loud theme song for NXT Takeover Chicago. It's available now on iTunes and Spotify.
Oh, fellas, look who's here. There he is.
There's EC3.
NX3 Takeover Chicago. I know EC3 can't wait to see the NXT title match. Whoever wins, you better believe he'll have his eye on the prize.
We saw EC3 on the pre-show earlier tonight.
Another man with his eyes on the prize, the former WWE champion, the limitless Keith Lee. He will have a special interest
Keith Lee.
in this match coming up next.
I heard he did sign. I don't even know who he is, but I heard he signed with WWE. So,
defends the title against Lars Sullivan, and Sullivan essentially is.
all right, but coming up next, we have the NXT Championship match. NXT Champion Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan.
For the championship opportunity with Aleister Black. Is he able to land his most potent weapon tonight? That being Black Mass.
This path has always led one.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about the build up to this match, and then actually I'm gonna get a drink first, and then I'll talk about the build up to this match.
Aleister Black's strongest weapon, without a doubt, the Black Mass. I only need one shot to make my opponents fade to black. Oh, Black Mass! We hit it! We hit it! I only need one shot to make my opponents fade to black. I don't believe it! Oh! And there's the freak accident! Aleister, he will never face anyone like me! Lars Sullivan! Absolute monstrous individual.
Guys, an absolute freak.
There is nobody like me!
6'3", 300 pounds.
A one-man wrecking ball. I'm going to take everything that you've worked your entire life.
Okay, I'm back. I just need a drink after this show.
Lars Sullivan caught the one strike that I used to knock. Oh,
all right, so let me talk about this, the build up for this match. So yeah, Aleister Black won the NXT Championship at NXT Takeover New Orleans from Andrade Cien Almas. And then Lars Sullivan has been dominant since he's come to NXT. He's taken up the lights of No Way Jose, Cassius Ohno at NXT Takeover War Games. He looked really impressive in the ladder match for the inaugural North American Championship. And then eventually he scored a no disqualification victory on an episode of NXT against Killian Dane. And then recently he beat both Ricochet and Velveteen Dream in a 2-on-1 handicap match. So eventually NXT General Manager William Regal didn't have a choice. He had to make Lars Sullivan the #1 contender to the championship. And Lars Sullivan's pretty much laid out Aleister Black time in and time out, but with the freak accident, he's been able to counter Aleister Black's finishers. So this kind of led us to this match. Now let me do my prediction to the match itself. I'm going to say Aleister Black's going to retain the NXT championship. I think, no reason.
Shows reminiscent perhaps of a Morris Bay, the French Angel, like the same right-changing abnormality as a child.
I want to ask both you guys, both you have seen Lars Sullivan more than I have. Lars stated Aleister Black has never been challenged by anyone like him. You guys are doing 100%. I mean, this freak has just ran through people from Cassius Ohno, No Way Jose, Velveteen Dream, and Ricochet, and even the champ himself. I mean, this guy is just freakishly.
Yeah, so I just pretty much mentioned all of Lars Sullivan's acolytes. Let me go over Aleister Black's acolytes. He debuted in NXT. Well, actually, he debuted originally in WWE, doing the first United Kingdom Championship tournament on night 2 in 2017 in a losing effort to Neville, and then he went on to to have his official NXT debut at NXT Takeover Orlando in his first match defeated Andrade Cien Almas, and then he went on to just have some nice squash matches. He just went on to have some nice squash matches, really establishing himself. And then he got to do a feud with Hideo Itami. He defeated him at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4. Yeah, NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4. No, not 4, 3. And then he obviously had that feud with Velveteen Dream I already mentioned, and then had that feud with Adam Cole that I already mentioned. And then he won the NXT Championship and NXT Takeover New Orleans. He also has a victory himself over Killian Dane. So
Aleister Black said the devil on his back is now the devil around his waist.
Well, now he faces a humongous devil in the form of Lars Sullivan. It's not often that you see a champion come out here to be considered an underdog. And I would have to say that exactly what Aleister Black is when he faces Lars Sullivan.
A lot of people in the NXT universe would agree with you, but Percy, what say you?
I think Aleister Black is prime enough to a battle, but Sullivan did say he's going to take everything Black has worked his entire life for.
Being obviously the prestigious NXT title around Black's waist. Has defended it with pride. Is the 13th NXT champion. Will it be a lucky title defense for Aleister Black tonight?
The bowling contest scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
The NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger from the Rocky Mountains, weighing in at 303 pounds, Lars Sullivan. And his opponent from Amsterdam, Holland, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the NXT champion, Aleister
Black.
Rise of the champion, boring into his opponent.
And Nigel, I want to ask you about strategy in this championship match because it feels that Lars Sullivan is the reality that Aleister Black may not be able to figure out. So how does Black retain his title tonight here in Chicago?
Well, really, obviously, it comes down to the Black Mass spinning heel kick. Or perhaps, if he's got something else, a plan B. But if I'm Aleister Black, that's what I'm doing. I'm attempting
I'm
to
excited
hit that.
because this is kind of like a monster versus
Question
monster
is,
match. We don't usually see those a
Sullivan
lot
100%.
in
He
NXT.
can
I know
catch
Aleister
that
Black
leg.
isn't.
So
Well, I
Black's
should
gonna
say a
have to
big
wear
man versus
down
big man
Lars
match.
Sullivan.
We don't see those a lot in NXT. The only times I can really think of when we seen it was when, like I said, Lars Sullivan versus Killian Dane. Recently, War Raiders versus Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery versus the Authors of Pain. We don't really see a lot of monster versus monster matches. Another one I remember is Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin versus Bo Dempsey was another monster match. And I guess you could say this is a monster match, but Bo Dempsey versus Mojo Rawley. But Mojo Rawley just absolutely sucks, so I don't really like to think of him as like a monster.
Oh!
Ooh.
Black seemed unfazed by that stare down with Lars Sullivan. Without Sullivan picking up.
Oh, went for freak action. Oh, we caught Black Mass again.
Oh!
He's got to tear the big man down piece by piece.
Yeah, he's got to tear, he's got to stick, he's got to move, he's got to hit.
Lars Sullivan's still on his feet.
We see Black move this quickly early in a match.
Aleister charging, landing on his feet. And the NXT champion. Yes, I got it.
Oh my gosh. What a double knees right off the apron.
Sullivan off his feet. And Aleister right back in. And man, a clubbing blow in a second. Look at these haymakers being thrown by Lars Sullivan.
Black trying to get his hands up to protect himself there.
Oh my gosh, and a pump knee by Sullivan. I mean, Black.
Just the one, yeah. You have to admire Aleister Black. That Black Mass spinning heel kick was caught. Hold on a second. Here from the attack. Knees from Black. As I was saying earlier, you have to admire. As we take another look, strong knee strike from Aleister Black. This is part of Aleister Black not being phased by the fact.
He's a champ. He's a champ for a reason. Aleister Black needs to find a way to deal with and endure the physicality, the size, and intelligence of Lars.
Grabbing Black and just tossing the champion.
Aleister Black had his biggest move, the spinning heel kick, caught by Lars Sullivan, and he was not phased, not one bit.
What the hell's going on?
By Aleister Black. And now, what power of Sullivan on display.
He ran right through his clothesline. My gosh.
Lars Sullivan ran through the NXT champion.
And in the last few recent weeks here in NXT, the way that Sullivan has just dominated the champion, you would think perhaps Black would come out here angry. And that's be the biggest mistake he could make.
And Sullivan, shoulder first.
Going to take some of the starch out of Sullivan a little bit. But just look at the size difference between these two people on the screen.
Lars Sullivan is built like no other person on the roster.
Forward for the Cabana. And I just dropped him. Snake Eyes right on the apron. Oh my God, he just shoved him right into the barricade.
Now, if you're Aleister Black,
I'm actually enjoying this match. It's a nice, quick, big man match.
And if you're Aleister Black, you've got to be thinking, what on earth do I do now?
And Lars Sullivan, stalking the NXT champion. Sullivan covered. And Aleister Black. Left shoulder out at 2. It's not often anyone has questioned the ability of Aleister Black.
Who's the world?
face the champion. But Aleister Black has never been tested like he is here tonight.
Clubbing forearm across the jaw. Oh, there's the 2 count.
Near fall for Aleister Black. As he's able to get his shoulder up at 2. And now Lars Sullivan just leaning across, wearing down Aleister Black.
Looking to sack some energy out of Aleister Black. And of course, every time Lars
Sullivan too.
wins Black. That's more energy.
I still remember when he had that stage where he had tag team partners and would beat the shit out of his partners right afterwards. Never thought that he would be in an NXT title match. Literally almost a year later. Actually, yeah, almost a year later.
Look at the size and how he moves. And let's not forget the intelligence that this man has.
Black's face, red like a beetroot. That's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of weight on the back of the NXT champion as Sullivan continuing to squeeze. Aleister Black in the center of the ring. We all know there's going to be no quit in the NXT champion as Aleister Black making his way back to his feet.
Aleister Black looking to make his comeback and see if he can do it here.
Desperately trying to fight out, but every 3 shots of Black, it takes 1 from Sullivan to equal things.
Oh my gosh. Went for an elevated power slam. Tried for a roll up.
Sullivan.
Lars Sullivan, much too strong.
Let's wrap it up. Picking up, and now.
Oh, nice slam.
For the title. It's Black out at 2. Lars Sullivan, you guys agree or not, has dominated Aleister Black every time they cross paths.
What's there to argue, man?
Fellas, I'm starting to get the feeling it's only a matter of time now.
Come on.
He's beckoning the champion on.
Oh, how ineffective the shots are from the champ.
Oh! It's Black trying to put together a little bit of offense.
Very little effect from those forearms.
Oh, there it is, the elevated power slam. It's not it right here. No way. No way, no way. No way, Jose. See what I did there? No way, Jose.
Who can test him? Who can stand up to him?
I can't imagine that, but I also can't imagine being planted like that.
The ring IQ of Lars Sullivan to know that Black was coming and stop his momentum. Oh no,
that's the Black. Oh wait,
oh, Black not in trouble, perhaps lying in wait. This perhaps the biggest mistake Sullivan has made thus far in the match.
Oh, mistake or no mistake, Lars Sullivan knows he needs to lay it all on the line tonight to capture the NXT title, but Black knows he needs to lay it all on the line tonight to retain his crown.
Sullivan went somewhere he was not comfortable. Not sure if he needed to do it. Oh! Now he's in a very precarious position. As he's
Oh my gosh, what a clothesline driving him right off the turnbuckle.
Rolling shoe ugly right upside the jaw. Down goes Black.
And Sullivan again climbing all the way to the top. Sullivan looking for the NXT title.
Oh, diving. Oh, he got his knee up. Black on his knee up. But I like how he sold the knee. No one. I never really think about that. Yeah, you would think even if you get your foot up, it would still hurt. But usually, like on the main roster, they just wouldn't sell the injury. I do kind of think that is very smart right there.
Take a look at Lars coming from the top rope, trying to look for Black gets that knee up and catch the big man right in the jaw.
Sullivan's only concern was landing off the top, not what was there when he landed.
Oh,
now the advantage perhaps coming back to the champion.
We just saw a little bit of hitch, and Aleister Black got a kick on that left knee. To your point, Nigel, what you said moments ago. And Aleister Black trying to knock down Lars Sullivan.
Oh,
Fury.
Oh, and a side kick. Oh, and a running knee to the face.
Adrenaline coursing through the knee now. Little limp, but here we go.
And the NXT champion, feeling it from this NXT Takeover crowd in Chicago. Black takes out to retain his title.
Nice Cabrana right there by springboard Cabrana by Black.
The champion back on his feet.
But if you're Aleister Black,
You got to be thinking positively now. Momentum's back in your favor.
100%. You must not stop.
Yeah, he's got the big man down finally. This is a big opportunity right here, Balance the Black.
Looking for Black Mass.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Sullivan.
Grabbing at the left foot.
Sullivan knew it was coming.
Oh my gosh! I thought he would have landed on his feet right there. Oh, he might take the Black Mass out of Black's arsenal.
Smart move.
Oh, right foot that time, and Aleister Black.
Oh my God! Did you hear that?
The left leg of Aleister Black.
Again, pain.
Oh, what's this?
Has the horse collar in the center.
Oh my God!
Aleister Black. Is he going to tap out NXT Championship on the line? And Lars Sullivan hooks the hands for a moment. Bending Black.
That's like an inverted heel hook right there.
Not only cost Aleister Black the championship, but this could ruin his career.
The cruciate ligaments of the damage.
Oh my
Right
God!
knee, excuse me, the left knee. And of course, trying to weaken that leg.
And again, but that time Lars Sullivan sat down.
Wait.
Oh, rolls him up, rolls him up. No.
Lars kicking out at 2. Had to relinquish the hold. Wow. Lars Sullivan right back on top.
Black can barely stand.
Freak accident.
Looking for the freak accident.
DDT.
Into a DDT.
And now Sullivan stunned.
It's a hell of a counter by the champion.
This man is human after all.
Both superstars down. NXT Championship on the line.
Let's keep in mind how much damage that left knee has been taken from the champion now.
And Lars Sullivan rolling to the outside.
What is Sullivan doing out there? It's not his strong point. Perhaps he's got something in mind, yes.
Oh my gosh! Did you hear that? It's like a soccer ball to the back of the head.
And Aleister Black now.
Why a soccer ball? I don't know.
Body of Aleister Black.
Desperately trying to find an advantage.
Where is Aleister Black getting this from?
I can't even explain what's going on. Power slam on the apron.
Lars Sullivan just laying waste to Aleister Black. And now Sullivan quickly shoving the champion back into the center of the ring.
Oh, he's put people away with this diving headbutt before. Oh, this could be it right here. I don't know, he delayed a little bit on the cover. Oh, I thought that was it.
That's the heart of a champion right there.
Aleister Black proving something to me and everyone in the NXT universe.
And Black has taken everything the big man can throw at him.
Including this person.
Look at this.
Power slam on the apron and then this diving head. 320 pounds behind it. Black prone in trouble.
Oh, double stop to the back. We might see the. Oh, it was botched, but okay.
Lars Sullivan kicked out at 2. Just kicked out of Black Mass.
Sullivan was blind with the injured knee. Did not make the full connection.
I think that was a botch. I do like that Nigel McGuinness is trying to save it though, saying that he wasn't there.
Lars Sullivan. I don't think Aleister Black got over.
I think it was a botch because they would have shown a replay of that.
But he's up first, which means if he can hit it again.
Oh, we blocked it again.
Sullivan caught it. Oh, down goes the champion.
Black catching a clothesline. And now Lars Sullivan looking to capture the NXT title. Was looking for freak accident. Oh!
Back to that jaw.
The end of the jaw.
This time he hit it properly.
What?
Oh, he's getting right to his feet afterwards.
Sullivan.
This is shaking it off.
Oh my gosh. He's busted open from it too. I like that match. I'm going to give it 3 1/4. That was pretty good. I give it 3. Actually, I'll give it 3 1/2. I thought that was really good. I think that what does kind of suck is the first time someone kicks out of the Black Mass that it's botched though.
Well, he certainly passed the test tonight.
But I thought Lars Sullivan, they made him look really strong. So I don't know where you go with Lars Sullivan from here. I think you have to call him up soon now because there's really not. He's really got nowhere to go now. Yeah, that was a really good NXT title match.
To take Sullivan down.
We're talking about getting pushed to and beyond your limits. That was a match right there. Lars Sullivan took the champion to a different realm. But the champ was able to stick in there and retain his championship. I'm going to look all over here.
Catching the bloodline, spinning heel kick, following up with a strong lariat. And then look at the face, the determination. Oh, the final black mass spinning heel kick, taking down the challenger. Oh, angle to the champion. Down goes Sullivan.
Now we only have one more match. And that's the match I've been looking forward to all weekend. The Chicago Street Fight.
NXT Championship as his reign continues here in NXT. And that devil on his back is still the devil in his right hand.
Yeah, and everything's been enough. I do have to give it down somewhere. I guess what the one down could be is, that Nikki Cross didn't come out with the championship because that made everything they did, that segment they did on NXT very pointless.
Tonight only, cash in for 40% off tees and 20% off championship titles. The battle at WrestleMania.
The dream match.
Right now, they're just showing some advertisements at the moment.
The two of the preeminent in-ring performers of the generation.
But is this rivalry ready?
A brutal altercation between Styles and Nakamura.
For its next chapter. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, a last man standing match for the WWE Championship.
This rivalry is going to a whole new level.
Who will stand tall and walk out of Money in the Bank as WWE Champion? WWE Money in the Bank. Streaming live tomorrow night on WWE Network.
They are listening to Uncomfortable by Hailstorm. NXT Loud theme song for NXT Takeover Chicago. It's available July 27th on iTunes and Spotify.
And you're taking a look at downtown Chicago, nearly 11,000 WWE members of the universe inside the Allstate Arena as we kick off Money in the Bank weekend with NXT Takeover Chicago.
And guys, it has been unbelievable.
And also, immediately following this show, which we'll also do a live reaction to, Triple H will have a Facebook Live exclusive interview.
And get his thoughts on how it all went down tonight in the Windy City for Takeover Chicago.
I cannot wait to hear what the game has to say. What a night it's been. Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, tearing the roof off the place as we just saw. The champion surviving the onslaught of Lars Sullivan.
But guys, it's now time for the street fight, a rivalry that began last year right here in Chicago. And for Johnny Gargano, he arrives this year at TakeOver with one thing on his mind: to destroy his former best friend, Tommaso Ciampa.
Now coming up next, we have the main event. It's the Chicago Street Fight, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. And I'll break down the feud as the video package plays. You know, I'll just stop breaking it down now. These two came in together as a tag team called #DIY. They did everything together. They went through a huge underdog story to win the NXT Tag Team Championships. They failed at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn too, but then finally at NXT TakeOver Toronto, they won the NXT Tag Team Championships. They lost them at NXT TakeOver, in which they defeated the Revival to win the championships. And then they lost them at NXT TakeOver San Antonio to the Authors of Pain. And then they failed time in and time out to defeat the Authors of Pain once in a triple threat match involving the Revival, a triple threat elimination match. Losing to the Authors of Pain at NXT TakeOver Orlando, then at NXT TakeOver Chicago last year. They lost to the Authors of Pain in a ladder match, but then afterwards, Tommaso Ciampa turned on Johnny Gargano and in the tag team. And, because of Tommaso Ciampa's injury, they have to wait a while to do the feud, but they told the story another way by having Johnny Gargano go into a little bit of a losing streak, losing to the Night Lights of Andrade Cien Almas at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, and then again following on NXT. Losing to Fabian Eichner in NXT, losing a United Kingdom Championship match to Pete Dunne. But then finally, he was able to score a win when he beat Cassius Ohno to qualify for a fatal 4-way NXT Championship #1 contenders match.
Once I beat you, I could do it.
Then he beat Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, and Aleister Black to become the #1 contender, and he failed to win the championship from Andrade Cien Almas at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Then afterwards, Tommaso Ciampa came out with a clutch and attacked Gargano again. He caused Johnny Gargano to be gone from NXT by having him lose to Andrade Cien Almas, and Johnny Gargano did whatever it took to get his hands on Tommaso Ciampa, whether that was invading the arena, going to the Performance Center when he went to work out, going to Tommaso Ciampa's house at 3:25 in the morning, which I still remember that. It's a hilarious segment. So then finally, William Regal had to make the match an unsanctioned match where if Johnny Gargano won, he would be back in NXT. And Gargano beat Tommaso Ciampa in an unsanctioned match at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And Johnny Gargano, right when he thought he could put this all behind him, he was about to challenge Aleister Black for the NXT Championship. But Tommaso Ciampa attacked him again, completely wiping him out. And Tommaso Ciampa would continuously insult Johnny Gargano by insulting his wife. And Johnny Gargano was about to come out and do a fake retirement angle, but he didn't want to retire. And then he wanted to call out Tommaso Ciampa for a fight. And obviously this caused Ciampa to knock Gargano into Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano's wife. So then the street fight was made official, and they both pretty much have just been kicking the crap out of each other. So this has led us to this match, and I'm really excited for it. And, I've enjoyed this feud overall, especially considering the fact that, you have, the crowd having the right type of reaction, where Tommaso Ciampa's absolutely hated and Johnny Gargano's the beloved babyface. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. I mean, if you can get heat and an NXT crowd, you did something right. And Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano is just the beloved babyface. This is great.
I'm going to make sure you leave the same exact way.
Oh my gosh. Johnny Gargano just looks like a man possessed.
Kick his ass.
And now he finally has his wife's approval. Now that gives him fuel. That gives him confidence. And look at Gargano's not in wrestling clothes. He's in street clothes tonight.
The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Make his way to the ring.
A symbolic thing in the hands of Johnny Gargano. It was Tommaso Ciampa who would return from a knee injury with that crutch and use it to attack Johnny Gargano.
All right, now I'm going to do my pick. I'm going to say Tommaso Ciampa is going to win this match.
I've been thinking about NXT Takeover Chicago last year. It's been 392 days. And trust me, guys, I can tell you now one day has gone by. Johnny hasn't thought about that night.
And it's hard to imagine a friendship turning so sour like the one between Gargano and Ciampa, man. You're close to both of those guys.
Well, I am, and I consider both friends. Johnny, one of my best friends, and it has been hard over the last year to see what Johnny has had to go through. You know, Mauro Ranallo would love to be here. Mauro on assignment covering Showtime, and I'm here this week, but Mauro Ranallo will return in 2 weeks.
Cool, they're both coming out with clutches.
Weighing in at 210 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, Tommaso Ciampa bringing his own crutch. Everything is legal tonight. Given what we've seen of these two men before, what are they capable of tonight?
And they're jumping right into it. Oh, this is a fight. This is not a match. After over a year of hatred.
That's his game plan.
You know, they could even make the argument this even goes back to the Cruiserweight Classic when Johnny Gargano knocked off Tommaso Ciampa in the first round. Oh my gosh, what a flip dive off the apron.
A definition of pain, physical or mental stress. Gargano wants to put Ciampa through both here this evening.
Oh, right over the announcer's table. Oh my gosh. Percy watching just got wiped out. No, it's not Percy. Nigel McGuinness just got wiped out, actually. Sorry, I thought it was Percy.
Jeez.
So I think someone's got to check on Nigel. He can't be taking bumps like that. Oh my God, that fan. I wonder if Nigel even knew that was coming.
It's a Chicago street fight. And Gargano and Ciampa are battling through the crowd. Oh! Right back on top of the Tommaso Ciampa again.
He couldn't even whip that sign. Oh my God, the sign right across the back. I wonder if that fan was a plant. Yeah, he was a plant.
Oh, Gargano wearing out Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh my gosh. Gargano's beat the shit out of Ciampa right now.
That speaks to just how dangerous this match is.
This rivalry has been taken to another level here tonight.
Johnny Gargano is not going to show any mercy tonight. He's not going to make that mistake this time.
Take your eyes off your opponent for 1 second.
Everyone's doing ECW chants, which I guess a stop sign. What the hell? What's going on now?
And Ciampa.
Oh, what a high cross body by Gargano, right off like the crowd.
He is the most dangerous man on the planet when it comes to Tommaso Ciampa. Take a look at this.
It was like right off the barricade.
To take it to Ciampa. Emotion makes you do crazy things. Leaping nearly 15 feet through the air. So much. The bitter, vitriolic. I'm being very careful.
Gargano, that intense stare right through Tommaso Ciampa now. Well, Gargano, again, everything legal here in the Chicago street fight.
Trash can lid. Steel chair.
Both these men despise each other.
You gotta think this man's wife got hurt because of Tommaso Ciampa. He's not holding anything back.
Oh, German suplex on the chair.
Gargano landing high.
Oh, I love how everyone just sat down right when Ciampa got some offense in. That just kind of shows how much of a heel Ciampa is. Oh my gosh.
Stopping away.
Let's not forget, we just saw evidence there how dangerous Tommaso Ciampa is. Everything that he's done to Johnny Gargano.
Well, I think he missed, actually.
Oh.
And another German suplex.
Ciampa holding up.
Hold on.
Ciampa looking for retribution. Refusing to release the hold.
Oh, and again.
That's true.
You can see Johnny starting to grab. And let's not forget the neck injury of Johnny Gargano. Cause for concern was in a neck brace not long ago from an unprovoked attack from Tommaso Ciampa.
So we do it again. Yes.
A third one.
Ooh. You can see Gargano grabbing at his neck, too.
Ciampa, sick pleasure on his faces.
Everyone's chanting Suplex
Johnny
City.
reached out trying to find anything. #1 worldwide trend right now on Twitter. Hashtag NXT.
Oh, a German suplex in the balloon. Kick his ass, Johnny Gargano. Kick his fucking ass.
Gargano said he's willing to destroy himself to destroy his former best friend.
Gargano taking flight to stop his former best friend and tag team partner, Tommaso Ciampa.
I don't think there's anything that Johnny Gargano will not do against Tommaso Ciampa.
Guys, it was a year ago here in Chicago. I don't believe anyone
Into the steps.
saw this coming. The hatred between these two former
Actually, honestly, I didn't see this coming. I never thought like they would. Well, I didn't think they would still fight now. I guess maybe we should assume that the feud was coming. But I don't know. I just never saw them breaking up DIY.
Well, what about everything that's been pent up for Tommaso Ciampa? We talked about the emotion of Johnny Gargano.
And a lot of people were telling me that it was stupid to break them up. But look where it's gotten their careers now that they've broken up.
Over the last year, and has turned that all into the physical aggression against Johnny Gargano.
All that is Tommaso Ciampa's fault. All he had to do was be a partner, stay in DIY with his boy, and don't tell him where they would be right now.
Tommaso said he broke Johnny's heart, his mind, his spirit. Tonight, he was going to break the body of Johnny Gargano.
Oh, what's he going to do to him now?
Tommaso rearranging the steps and, of course, bad intentions in his eyes.
I think what's really helped this feud, too, is they've kept this legit. When Gargano had gone out places, he wore his neck brace. You actually believe the guy was hurt. Now, obviously, I think because people are small, you wouldn't believe it, but they made it seem like it was.
And now it's Tommaso Ciampa.
They really played up that Gargano was gone from NXT.
A look of glee on the face of Tommaso Ciampa. Well, Gargano barely able to stand.
Ciampa, look at Johnny.
Oh, the chair right to the ribs.
Driving the chair to the midsection.
No. Remember Johnny's neck. Remember the injured neck of Johnny Gargano. Oh, we're just 4 weeks ago. We thought he was going to walk away.
Wow, that was 4 weeks ago.
Neck injury in the past. This is not going to happen.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Holy shit! He just destroyed. Ciampa just destroyed his neck.
Absolutely no.
He just wrapped that chair around his neck and destroyed Johnny Gargano.
I'm a little afraid this might be difficult to watch. Driving the chair underneath the chair.
Nobody can support this either.
See the trembling in the hands of Johnny Gargano. That's nerve damage.
Oh my gosh. Trash can right off the
Tommaso
back.
Ciampa dealing out the punishment. In his mind, he feels Johnny Gargano deserves.
Makes no sense. What are you talking about? He ruined his life. Destroyed. This man was fired, throwing his way back.
I said in Ciampa's mind.
The Ciampa again. Oh! Focusing.
What's he gonna do to him now?
Johnny Gargano.
Oh no, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Whether you like it or not, it has been a great game plan.
Like it or not, it's all legal in this Chicago street fight.
This is
Anything
dissection by Tommaso Ciampa. Look at everyone's booing. This gets the right type of reaction.
Take a look at the impact of this crash. The ear, the neck.
And back in the ring is where Ciampa sends his former friend.
Oh, he's choking him with this t-shirt now.
Oh! Ciampa driving that t-shirt into the mouth of Gargano.
I mean, guys, seeing all this brutality against one another, how far are these two willing to go to get rid of each other?
I said before, there's nothing these men will not do.
Well, there's no doubt who the NXT Universe is behind in this street fight. Is Ciampa just blowing up Gargano? Oh! This is right in the wheelhouse of Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh! Physical, aggressive, vengeful style.
Oh, no. Ciampa.
Oh my gosh.
The bridge of the nose.
He just slingshot him. No, like face first into the bottom turnbuckle.
Notice how Tommaso Ciampa is not electing to try for a printing attempt. He wants to enact more punishment.
That's how personal this has gotten, Nigel. These two want to end each other.
Oh no.
Handcuffs.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, what's he gonna do to him now?
Johnny Gargano is in huge trouble. He won't be able to move. Ciampa can just do whatever he wants.
Ciampa.
No way he'll be able to defend himself.
Ciampa looking to handcuff.
He's got
Johnny
one on.
Gargano. Oh,
Gargano fighting out of it though.
With everything Johnny's got left. Oh! Gargano able to muster up some energy, continuing to hold himself up. And now Johnny's
slingshot spear.
Well, look, he grabbed immediately to his neck. There's been a lot of damage done now.
Johnny Gargano is just living on emotion.
And adrenaline does crazy things to a man. It's Gargano. Gargano unloosening his belt.
He's got his belt. Oh, and he's whipping him with his belt now. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Everyone's chanting, "You deserve it," at him too.
This incredible display of aggression.
Oh, what? Right across the
Floating left
face.
hand from Gargano. Nothing pretty about this match. Should say nothing pretty about this fight.
This is just straight payback, a year in the making.
Hold on. Gargano.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, Tommaso Ciampa, his vision distracted, had no idea what was coming or when it was coming.
Super kick right while a trash can was on
To
his
your point
head.
earlier, Nigel, Tommaso Ciampa didn't look for a pinfall. Johnny's not doing the same thing. One thing on his mind is you see that super kick inflicting as much pain to Tommaso Ciampa as Gargano possibly can.
Here comes the running snake eyes.
Right to the eyes.
Illegal.
Ciampa. Up goes Gargano.
Oh, a powerbomb into a backbreaker.
Oh my.
Project Ciampa.
Oh, and a running knee to the face with the trash can. Oh, and he kicked out. I think that's the first cover of the matchup.
Tommaso measuring Johnny. Looking for that.
And again.
Driving that trash can lid into the temple.
As a former competitor, this is hard to watch.
What is going through the mind now of Tommaso Ciampa?
I think unfortunately Johnny Gargano's about to find out firsthand.
And Ciampa trying to hoist up Gargano.
Oh, Gargano dropping his hips, keeping his center of gravity lower.
Johnny continuing to fight free. Just relentless, repeatedly banging down on the back of Tommaso Ciampa.
The Ciampa trying to get his left hand up to protect him. He can't.
Oh.
Fighting through it.
Ciampa. No.
Oh my gosh. Choked across right on the steps. That was the move that broke up DIY.
Ciampa rolling Johnny into the ring. Goes for the cover.
This is it right here. Two. No, it's not.
Kicks out again.
Gargano just has way too much heart, way too much soul.
Finding ways to kick. How to get up from this? Look at this.
On the ring steps, no give whatsoever, nothing but steel. These men are tearing each other apart.
Ciampa's got me wondering, what does he have to do to put Gargano away?
To Percy's point, Nigel, what does Tommaso Ciampa
What the hell is he getting out?
I'm scared to find out.
And Ciampa just reached under the ring and
Oh my gosh.
Nigel, come on,
this is too far.
What is he doing?
He's cutting down the.
A long time ago, Nigel.
Also cutting.
He's got clippers.
The underpart the ropes.
What is this?
Wait a second. That holds the mat down. If we could pull away the canvas.
Well, what do you mean? He's pulling it away, Nigel. I mean,
I have no idea.
I know it's a street fight, but guys, when's enough enough?
Anything goes. Oh no, I know what he's doing.
Oh,
he's away the softer part.
He just exposed the wing.
The boards where there is absolutely.
Oh, a chair across the back.
Sickening sound of that steel chair.
A wave goodbye.
Just like he waved goodbye when he kicked Johnny Gargano off of NXT. Just like he waved goodbye when he took out Gargano a second time.
The ring exposed. We've said it earlier. We've said it a bunch of times. The intentions in the mind of Tommaso Ciampa. How far these two are willing to take this such personal, deeply rooted rivalry.
I mean, the Ciampa hit Gargano with something that was exposed. This could truly be the end of Johnny Gargano.
Gargano is limp. Barely able to hold himself on the top rope.
Oh, he's fighting him.
Ciampa. A chase to Gargano's ear.
That sick smile on Ciampa.
That sinister look on the face of Ciampa's.
These men are willing to go to any length.
And he even said you deserve this to him. Oh my gosh. He's not going to do this. Sets up for the power bomb.
Ciampa's holding up a deal.
Trying to hold him. Oh, preventing that block.
Oh my gosh.
Another super kick from Gargano.
Both these men are giving it all. Here it was.
Look at the super kick again. Like it was like while he was trapped into a turnbuckle.
Damage was done, but thankfully for Tommaso Ciampa, did not get driven into that unprotected wood. Oh.
The world is watching. The #1 trend in the world is NXT Takeover.
How can it not be with a main event like this? This display of brutality.
And Gargano entering back. Trifecta left. Oh! And Ciampa. It's Seguri by Gargano. Ciampa rocked. Oh!
Oh, a super kick.
And Gargano.
Oh, what a. Oh, what a kick. I don't even think he's.
Just getting up.
Both men were down.
I think Gargano just fell on him.
That was 2 9/10 right there. I think Ciampa was out. The refs slapping the man, I think, woke him up.
Gargano just fell on top of Ciampa.
You saw Johnny's eyes. I don't even believe Johnny knew that he was in any sort of pinning predicament. I didn't believe he knows that he was on top of Tommaso Ciampa. Look at the welts on the back of Ciampa. The physical toll that this street fight has taken out of both superstars.
The physical toll, at least the entire rivalry has taken out.
Oh my gosh.
Enough is enough.
And Gargano again grabbing at his neck. But take a look.
Look at this. Gargano getting stopped, getting pulled out of midair. Watch this. Listen to this.
Absolutely incredible.
Shit.
I don't have the words for it.
I don't either, actually.
No.
Oh, he missed. He missed the one and knee into the steps.
Right in to the steel steps, and that was the right knee, the surgically repaired knee of Tommaso Ciampa that he injured last year here in Chicago. And Ciampa feeling the effects. Looks like he's trying to
I just realized this too. Last year, hashtag DIY main evented NXT Takeover Chicago against the Authors of Pain in the ladder match. It was going after the knee now. And this year, the main evented again.
Ciampa saw Gargano coming in and
oh.
Ciampa's doing his best to try to get the place back on. Gargano will not have it. He is destroying that knee. The fury of Johnny Gargano will not be stopped.
It's Tommaso. Oh! Gargano right in to the trash can, and now,
oh no!
Gargano escaped.
Gargano escaped. Lock down Johnny Gargano. Oh, Johnny gonna tap out.
He's gonna tap. He's gonna tap. Owen, the ropes doesn't mean anything.
And
don't forget the internet of Johnny Gargano. As you see the strain in Gargano's left shoulder. And is Johnny fading? Is Gargano fading in this street fight?
How much of a slap in the face is this?
1 second. Gargano grabs the clutch.
Owen.
Ciampa saw it. What great defense.
Ciampa trying to bring that clutch into the face. Gargano doing everything he can to fight. But Ciampa to the neck. And the back.
Oh, come on. Gargano is spent. He is out. And now finally Ciampa able to reattach the knee brace. Well, Ciampa said to Johnny Gargano, tell your family to stay at home. If they're watching, then they want to stop watching right now.
Oh. Knee right to the head. This match has been fantastic. It's been flawless.
Tommaso Ciampa again looking down and what did you call it? The symbolic clutch?
There may be nothing symbolic about what he wants to do. To Johnny Gargano, no!
Oh, the clutch right to the back of the head.
Is this it?
Oh, he kicked out.
Gargano kicking out at 2.
I'm telling you, Johnny Gargano is this tough.
Nose is busted open.
Look at this, Tommaso Ciampa didn't waste time. Right to the back of the neck.
He may be Percy, but is he smart? At this point, perhaps he needs to think about his future, think about his wife, think about his family.
At what point does the referee stop in to save Johnny Gargano from himself? You know he's not going to quit. You know Gargano's not going to stop.
Well, absolutely, there is no way. If there's breath in his body.
Look at that merciless look on Tommaso Ciampa.
Look at total disdain and hatred on the face of Tommaso Ciampa. And that's what drives men to these lengths.
What's he going to do to him next?
They go down so deep.
Someone in the crowd just said, Tommaso, that's your friend.
Soul, but even they
that ship is sailed.
To go before.
Best friend, man. We traveled the world together. You are my family. You did this to yourself. Now, you say, bye, Chicago. You say, bye, Candace. You say, bye-bye to your dumb career.
Oh! They did the callback to last year.
Eerily familiar, guys.
Holy
From
shit.
Last year in Chicago.
I wonder if that's what he said to him last year. We heard him say something last year.
Following in with that injured knee.
Travis just doesn't care.
It's not enough.
This is fantastic.
They don't know. I know. It's not enough.
How can it not be enough?
Is there more? Hold up. Holy shit, there's more.
Going to be enough.
What does Ciampa have in mind?
The same thing he had 1 year ago to end Johnny Wrestling. This is what Ciampa has dreamed about for a year and counting.
He just took it. He just took his wedding ring off. He just spat out his. He just. That's no way that's his real wedding ring, but okay. Oh, he turned the tables. Oh my gosh.
Let's go. We need help. We need help.
Oh, what the? Look at the doctors. We got to take a look at this again. Look at the Irish. The Celtic cross right off the equipment boxes, right through the tables. It's just like what Tommaso Ciampa did to Johnny Gargano last year at NXT Takeover Chicago.
But Tommaso Ciampa, as we take one more look from a different angle, Tommaso Ciampa took things too far, taking the wedding ring off the finger of Johnny Gargano, spitting on it.
Is that it?
Throwing it.
You gotta think as much as Gargano's been through the past year for him, that fall, it was worth it.
It can't be it. It can't be the whole. The match can't be over right there.
Johnny Gargano got to be thinking down. He looks down on his beaten.
He's thinking he wants Tommaso Ciampa to leave in the stretcher.
They would. NXT wouldn't end a match this way, would they?
Is that what he's thinking? I don't know.
Johnny has said earlier this week that this match will not end when the bell rings. It will end when Tommaso Ciampa does.
Is this it? Is this the match? I mean, the match just continues.
Let's go back, take a look at
Right?
it, guys. One more time. Get it. It's hard to watch, fellas.
That had to be a good 12, 15 feet.
Just listen to this.
There's two impacts. There's the impact on the table and the impact on the floor.
And, you know, we've been asking what lengths would these two superstars go
I guess
to.
that's the match.
I don't think anyone thought that either of these two superstars would go to the lengths we've seen tonight.
I'm not surprised by this at all. I knew it would be infinite. I knew it would be a battle like we've never seen.
I mean, I'm conflicted because I kind of wanted to see a finish, but at the same time,
and even given the last year between these guys, the history, the friendship, everything they went through together.
that can't be the match.
Has Gargano become what he despised?
Ooh, I don't think it is it.
There's no. I guess Gargano wants to inflict more punishment. Ciampa is pleading with him.
Ciampa is strapped with nowhere to go. It's Gargano laying it down on the Ciampa, his former friend, his former partner.
There's no need for Gargano Gargano to take this any farther.
This match is not over yet.
But I mean, he's blinded by rage right now.
Well, you can have Johnny. This doesn't end, as I mentioned, until Tommaso does. And Gargano, no remorse. And looking to lock in. The Gargano is still. Quickly.
Referees, though.
No referee to say it. Oh, no.
Where's the ref?
Gargano has snapped. Oh, and Nigel. Gargano's got the handcuffs.
Where the fuck was the ref right there?
Can you
There's
justify
clearly a
this?
tap out right there.
This
I mean, the match
level of
continues.
Oh, and Gargano, this is what Gargano has been waiting for. Oh! Please stop. And somebody has got to stop this. And there's nowhere for Tommaso Ciampa to escape to. And I get to your point, there's no referee.
Where's the referee?
This is just got nasty. What? Gargano trying to do anything to get his hands again on Ciampa. Oh, ooh. Pushing the throne and uncapped Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The DDT. He's got no choice. Oh my gosh. That's it.
Tommaso Ciampa.
That's the match.
Tommaso Ciampa was in the middle of the ring tapping on 2 separate occasions, but there was no referee at the time to call it.
Tommaso Ciampa has defeated Johnny Gargano. But guess what? This match isn't this feud. Well, the match is over, but I don't think this feud is over yet. Now I guess.
Look, guys, again, this is incredibly hard to watch. But when you're Johnny Gargano and emotions are very high, that's what happens in a street fight.
And Ciampa brought it on himself when he threw away Johnny Gargano's win.
Oh, he noticed the wind. I didn't notice that
was enough
because he noticed his wind wasn't there.
to fire up Johnny Wesley. He had not had enough. And he would follow up. He completely injured Tommaso Ciampa. The rage boiling over at Johnny Gargano to this.
Shot after shot after shot. How many can one person take?
Ciampa had no way to defend himself. Completely unprotected. Gargano escapes not getting to your point. To Percy's point. But there was no referee. All officials have called the end of the match.
I got to give this match 4 3/4. I loved it.
Again, he would look.
I like the finish too. I honestly did. Oh my gosh.
I don't even know how he was able to stand or even still continue to be in this match after all the punishment delivered by Johnny Gargano.
And this continues the feud too, because I just think this is going to continue this feud. I think Gargano's still going to want to get his hands on it. I love the match.
His hand-held high victory.
This was well, I still haven't finished the show yet. I still got to watch the Facebook Live interview with Triple H, but then the show will be over. I mean, last year on NXT TakeOver Chicago, Tommaso Ciampa took out Johnny Gargano, and this year he defeated Johnny Gargano. And this, you know what? I love this finish. I love this match. It wasn't quite 5 stars. I think what ruined the match for me was that they did a little bit too much with the, they did a little bit too much with the officials and stuff, with doctors pulling off Gargano with a no-who's dog match. That was weird. And where the hell was the referee when Ciampa was tapping out? That was just weird. I don't know which match was better, though. If it was this match or the last match they had. They were both about the same to me. I might say, I can't really pick a winner, honestly. I might say I enjoyed the last match a little bit more. Just because it had a little bit more emotion. This match had emotion, too, behind it. I can't really pick.
It was to win the war and end the fairy tale of Johnny Gargano. Don't move, Johnny.
What a match that was.
Electric.
They're very busy.
Okay. I just fast forwarded it a little bit.
With the very busy Triple H, the COO of WWE, and
this
the
is
man
being
behind
this
the
history.
epicness
This interview is being conducted by Kathy Kelly.
that was tonight NXT TakeOver Chicago.
It's hard not to smile on a night when Beyonce and Jay-Z drop an album and you still trend #1 worldwide.
Oh my
that
gosh.
is successful.
I mean, Chicago's my hometown, so I knew they were going to bring it.
Yeah,
But
Chicago never fails. One of my all-time favorite cities as a talent, and for every other reason. Tonight, no difference. 11,000 plus strong here, just electric.
yeah.
Electric.
And the NXT Superstars tonight coming off an incredible tour of the UK, France, Belgium, and then coming here and putting on such incredible performances in the ring.
Yeah, it's hard to look at it because I feel like I'm always saying it, but NXT is on fire, and it is right now coming out of the Download Festival with the first round of the UK tournament, but Download Festival, Paris, Belgium, coming back here a couple days in the US, and then coming here tonight, just taking over Chicago,
literally,
and taking over the world. Top to bottom tonight. Just, I feel like I say it every single time. How are we going to top this? How are they possibly going to go to that ring next time in New York and top what they've done here tonight in Chicago? The amazing talent of NXT, the hunger, the drive, the passion, the heart, the all of it, just continues to take it to another level. And just when I think you've seen it all, there it is.
I mean, starting with the first match, the tag team championships, we saw the Undisputed Era against two opponents that completely brought one hell of a fight, Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. Do you think that Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly underestimated their opponents a little bit?
But if they did, they didn't do it for long. Tonight, they brought the fight to the tag champs. Undisputed Era And you get into that kind of fight and you still come out on top. You prove why you are the tag team champions. And they did that tonight. Oni and Danny have nothing to be ashamed of, because probably you're looking at one of the best tag teams on the planet, and they pushed them further than I think I've seen them get pushed before. It was awesome. And, you know, I see a bright future for Oni and Danny.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say there is a brighter future than what the Undisputed Era has.
They said that this was the biggest match of their career and the biggest loss of their career, but we've seen the drive in them of they're only going to come back stronger.
I wouldn't consider, for Oni and Danny, I wouldn't consider this a loss.
Yeah.
You know, yes, they got beat, but I would not consider this a loss. To me, this was a success. The amount of time they've been a tag team together, coming from almost just out of nowhere to push the tag champs that far. I mean, they were that close to winning it all. So I would not consider this a loss.
Well, a highly anticipated match, Ricochet and the Velveteen Dream. Those two opponents had each other so well scouted. It seemed like they were going toe-to-toe. Obviously, a lot of mind games, especially from Dream at the beginning of that match. But what do you think gave Ricochet that upper hand, gave him that win?
You know, you take two of probably the most amazing pure athletes I've ever seen in that ring. And you just let them loose on each other with nothing more than egos on the line. And they will go to unbelievable extremes, especially here in NXT. This is where you prove yourself to the world. This is the stage where you make or break your career. A moment here can carry you through the rest of your career, whether that's Raw, SmackDown, WrestleMania, it doesn't matter. This is where you set the stage for yourself for the rest of your career. Those two left it all in there tonight, trying to do exactly that. Maybe two of the best pure athletes anywhere in the world. Just put on a spectacle. And, you know, there's a certain point in time where you just get to trying to outprove the other guy. One of you falls short. Did Ricochet beat Velveteen Dream tonight? Maybe Velveteen Dream beat Velveteen Dream. And maybe he's the only guy that can do it.
Well, moving on to the women's match, Shayna Baszler and Nikki Cross. I mean, Shayna, I don't know if she's starting a new streak to beat in NXT, the NXT Women's Champion, taking over from Asuka a little bit, but is there anyone currently on the NXT roster who can dethrone the Queen of Spades?
The funny thing about the NXT women's roster right now is maybe not as many known names.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the talent roster has been deeper in some time. And with the Mae Young Classic 2 right around the corner, it's only going to get deeper, I have a feeling. But Shayna Baszler, you know, for the amount of time she has made this transition over to what we do, it is amazing how far she has come.
Yeah.
Composed, calm, cool in the ring, and
so feared.
Yeah, psycho and crazy and all those things that put fear into you. To have that fear, but still walk through it and end up being able to put someone to sleep. You know, although slightly disturbing that as Nikki Cross is getting put to sleep, she seemed to enjoy it. She seemed to have the smile. It was almost like when she realized I'm not getting out of this and she's actually going to put me to sleep, that it was the best thing that happened to her in the match. It's a little bit odd, but that is Nikki Cross, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, a competitor that you've spoken about for so long, highly regarded by you, Lars Sullivan, came out tonight and definitely brought that fight against NXT champion Aleister Black. Took two black masses for Aleister to take out Lars. So if someone with the size and the strength of Lars Sullivan can't overcome Aleister, is there anyone that can?
Here's the thing, size and strength, but how long has Lars been doing this? And I think that is the unknown factor of how good can he become.
Yeah.
You look at what he has and what he brings to the table, size, strength. There's a lot of people that said Lars Sullivan doesn't belong in an NXT championship match with Aleister Black. Aleister Black, who's been around the world, years of experience, been almost unstoppable since he's walked through the door of NXT and put everybody down with that black mass. Lars Sullivan been here for a cup of coffee, been in the ring for a cup of coffee, right? Not somebody that spent years and years doing this, just coming in. And I don't know that there was really a moment in there where he didn't look like he belonged.
Yeah.
To me, that is the ultimate victory. The fact that Lars Sullivan, at this point in his career, was able to stand in there and go toe-to-toe with Aleister Black in a losing effort. But you have to think he earned Aleister Black's respect. You have to think that he has set a template for everything that comes after that. If he could be the most dangerous person here. And this loss might actually be a blessing for him. Sometimes the thing that you want the most, when you don't get it, it becomes the best thing that can ever happen to you. The drive and the determination, I think, that will hit Lars Sullivan coming out of this will make him, if possible, more dangerous than he is right now. And that is a guy that can do anything.
Yeah, he's already intimidating, but with that motivation behind him.
Yeah, just what you put experience when he's been doing this for a little bit of time, and he's not making rookie mistakes, when he is not having those brief, quick moments where a guy like Aleister Black, who is just so experienced, can spot it and take advantage of it like that. When he doesn't make those little subtle mistakes, he will be unstoppable.
So, two men who never thought they would make it to NXT. Now, going back a year ago at this very arena, the Allstate Arena here in Chicago, coming so far, having been NXT Tag Team Champions, and then it all coming to a complete halt. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, what happened tonight? Do you think that this is the final chapter in their rivalry?
I would highly doubt it. When you're that close, and I've been there in this situation, when you're that close to somebody, when they are, everything that you have, traveling down the road, all of that, right?
Best friend, brother.
Yeah. I mean, to that level, when it goes badly, the bitterness that just goes to your core will not stop. Tonight was a war. I mean, a war. But I don't believe if there is a drop of fight left in either one of these guys that this is over. I think the question is going to be, at what cost do they want to continue this fight?
Well, we've already seen Johnny put his job on the line, put his health on the line.
Yeah. Put his health on the line tonight. Both of them put their health on the line tonight. And at what point does the losses in this war just take its toll too much in your career to where you just say the personal vendetta is not enough, because you're giving to continue to fight this way, you're giving up your dreams. Yeah. You're giving up all the things on the other side. And the truth is, when you get to the other side of it, you might realize that that was the mistake you made the whole time, is that the most hurtful thing they can actually do to each other is keep fighting, because they will end each other's dreams.
Well, we have seen that a little bit with Johnny Gargano and his wife Candice LeRae. It's affected their marriage.
It's affected their marriage. It's affected every aspect of their life. Johnny Gargano's the same guy he was a year ago. He's not the same performer. The energy, he's there's a viciousness to him now that wasn't there before. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do know, having been through this kind of stuff, there's only so many of those you have in you. If you don't let it go, then it has the potential to end both guys. They're close to that. I think one of them has got to be the smarter guy and say it's time to move on. The talent that they both have, it would be a shame if the furthest they ever get is going to battle with each other and they don't put an end to that and go forward. But the one thing as a fan, and that's what I always consider myself, given the the matches, given the battles that they've had, I can't tell you I love it. If
We can't stop watching, yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see where it is. And if they both can't let it down, then, well, I'll let them do it again. But we'll see.
Excited to see where this resolution might happen. But overall, Chicago Takeover, absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable. I see it as, and I say it every time we have one of these, and I feel like when we get done, we're always saying the same thing. How do we top it? Unbelievable night. I want to thank the fans here in Chicago because just off the chart, the energy level, the excitement. It's hard not to be excited when you walk in this building and hear that crowd. You feel that crowd. It was palpable in here. I know Mauro Ranallo is off calling the Showtime boxing event, and hearing Mamma Mia chants are being chanted in the building in Chicago with him not being here. And I know he is shedding a tear somewhere about missing it. But the NXT universe never fails to bring it. And hopefully we will never fail to bring it to them. So,
well, seeing how far NXT has come in even just the last 5 years of being at Full Sail for takeovers, now being on the road, this NXT superstars having, as we mentioned, just a crazy travel schedule from being at Download Festival to Paris to Antwerp, Belgium.
NXT truly is a global brand.
Yeah.
A global brand.
And so excited to see where it goes in the future.
Well, and where do we go? I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I think the sky is the limit. I know where I go, which is I will be here tomorrow night in Chicago for Money in the Bank, and then taking the last flight out to go to London for the UK Championship Tournament for 2 nights at London's famous Royal Albert Hall, which I cannot wait for. The buzz will be amazing. Monday and Tuesday from Royal Albert Hall. That is going to be an amazing, amazing event. And again, NXT UK will bring it just like we do here every single night. So I'm excited to get that rolling.
Awesome. Well, very much looking forward to it. And of course, don't miss Money in the Bank tomorrow, live on the WWE Network.
And that was NXT TakeOver Chicago 2. What a show. Fantastic show. I don't think there was like one bad match on this show. Every match delivered, and I really enjoyed this show. I gotta give it an A. It was fantastic. I definitely gotta go to one of these in the future. That's definitely on my bucket list, is to go to an NXT TakeOver event, because that seeing it on TV is awesome, but I bet being there is even better. So that's definitely something I got to do. But yeah, I got to give it an A. It was fantastic. I don't know if it's one of the best ones I've seen, but this is definitely one of the top. I definitely loved this show. But now Money in the Bank has a tough show to top, and I'm on. So I'll see you guys for I'll talk to you guys for the Money in the Bank live reactions.